Miss Brooke, who are these two adorable young boys?
My boys.
And they go to school?
Yes.
And you were picking them up from school?
Yes.
On what date?
I picked them up on February 1st, 2018.
They were already in the car?
Yes.
And you were driving?
Yes, Your Honor.
How far away from the school were you?
Within feet of the school.
How many feet? From where to where?
From like here.
From where you are
From
to
standing from where I am to that door.
12 to 15 feet.
Yes, Your Honor.
And how many children go to that school?
Probably like 500 kids.
And the children all get out at the same time?
Yes, Your Honor.
What time?
They get out at 3 o'clock.
And there are a lot of parents that pick up their children from school,
Yes.
by car.
Yes.
So if I were a parent picking up my child from school, I would be traveling about 2 miles an hour, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Around the school. That's slow until I got away from it. This is what your case is about. According to you, on February 1st of this year, you picked up your boys at school, and the defendant's little girl came running out, darting out into the road, collided with your car. And when she collided in your car, she broke your mirror on your car.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the little girl ended up being taken away in an ambulance.
Yes.
And had a fractured clavicle and severe bruising requiring stitches to her chin. I assume you have all those medical records for you to
Yes, and
look
I have
at.
pictures as well.
Just a second. And now what your lawsuit is you want her mother to pay for the mirror on your car.
Yes, Your Honor. She collided. I was going very slowly, and it was a side impact. I did not hit her. She ran into me, and she was going against the crossing guard, going in an area where you're not supposed to be crossing at all. And I heard the crossing guard scream, "Stop!" And that's the moment that she hit my vehicle.
You understand that just by the expression on my face, if you are an intelligent woman, you understand that you have an uphill battle with me. Because you're in a school zone, you're in a school area, you've just picked up your 2 toddlers. What's his name?
Tyler.
Now, if someone else were picking up Tyler at school, and you got a call that Tyler was in the hospital because he was crossing the street to get into the car that was waiting to pick him up, and he had a fractured clavicle, and he had bruising and stitches, he needed stitches on his face, would you think that the person who hit him should have been more cautious?
No, not if you understand the scenario and the situation. There's a video that I have.
I'd like to see it. Just say, I don't see what you...
What I'm sharing with you, I took that video when there was no cars there, but that's the entrance and the exit to the car. Going back, it's a 2-way lane.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Neither does anybody else who's watching this.
If I could explain, it's a 2-lane road. One is going southbound to go into the school, and the other is going northbound, going out. The cars are completely...
I
was going northbound, and I was going extremely slow.
Just a second. You were going out of the school.
I was going out of the school. I passed the school fence, so it happened a few feet out of the school. I was going
15 feet.
I was going extremely slow, and then all the cars on that side, it's car after car after car. It is not a school, an area to cross. Where Emmy had crossed is not an area to cross. There's a multitude of car after car after car after car. There is no crossing guard standing over there. I'm on the opposite, going very, very, very slow.
Very, 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 very slow.
Yes, I was going extremely slow.
Explain, if you were going so slowly, explain her broken clavicle. Listen to me, without talking. If you're going so slowly and the child hits your mirror so that you're practically at a standstill, because that's the way you should be when you're exiting a school where 500 children are coming out of a school, whether they're crossing at a crossing place or not, where they're crossing at a crossing space where they're supposed to cross or not. You're the parent, you're the grown-up. Kids sometimes cross where they're supposed to, sometimes kids cross where they're not supposed to. Until I don't see any children anymore, I'm going to be crawling out of here. So if she hits your car, if she runs into your car, she can't run with the speed to cause her clavicle to break unless your car is also moving. And it may not have been going 30 miles an hour, maybe it was going 10 miles an hour, but fast enough for you to injure her. Because if your car wasn't moving that fast, she wouldn't have been that injured. I don't know if she was that injured. I'm going to take a look.
It was a side impact. It was not a front impact. It was a side impact. There was nothing.
Just a second. Show me how it was a side. I'm curious. I would like to see how it was a side impact.
May I show you the picture?
Absolutely. Because that would have meant that she ran into your car seeing it, because the mirror is in the middle of your car.
She literally ran into the car. And the moment that she smacked against my car, I promptly stopped. It was a side impact. It was not any front impact.
Just a second.
That is my mirror that she fell completely off.
You can't tell this was a side impact. How can you tell this was a side impact?
That's exactly where it hit. And my entire side mirror fell off.
Well, I know it was your side mirror, but that doesn't mean that she ran into your side mirror. It means she collided with your side mirror.
Yes, that's exactly where it happened. Okay. And the car stopped on a dime. There was nothing I could do to avoid the situation. And I have also the crash report that speaks to that as well.
I'm more than happy to look at it.
Please.
Who are you?
I'm the Vietnamese crossing guard.
Good. Stand up, please. Tell me your name, sir.
Mark Masansnik.
Mr. Masansnik, you were the crossing guard?
That's correct.
Are you going to tell me that this little girl was crossing not where she's supposed to cross?
This little girl was ready to dart across the street. She's supposed.
No, don't tell me what she was ready for.
Okay.
I want you to answer my question first, and then I will elicit the information that I need. She was not crossing in a designated area.
Correct.
Did you see her when she was about to step off?
Yes, I did.
Did you tell her not to cross?
I yelled at her to stop.
The time you yelled at her to stop, did you see the plaintiff's car?
Yes, I did.
Did you yell at her to stop because you saw the plaintiff's car? The answer would be yes.
Yes.
Were you standing behind the plaintiff's car or in front of the plaintiff's car?
In front of the car.
So if plaintiff was paying attention, she would have seen Emmy about to cross the street, because we're talking about a 15-foot, that's what she testified to, that from where she was to where Emmy was about 15 feet. And how far from where Emmy was were you?
About 30 feet.
You're standing 30 feet away from Emmy. And how far away from Emmy was the plaintiff?
Actually, when she ran right on top of her, she ran just as Miss Brooke was on top of her. She had no time to do anything.
Sit down.
Can I say something, please? Where she was coming out of, children do not come out of there. Where the fence ends is where 99% of the parents come pick their, if they're walkers, they're picking their kids up. No one is expecting a child to come out from where they're coming out from.
Then they're stupid. If 500 children are coming out of a school at the same time...
They are not coming out from there. That is not true. The children do not come out where this accident happened.
You're not paying attention. When 500 children are dismissed from a school at the same time, if they come out from under, over, underneath, aside from a fence at where they're supposed to cross, that's what parents are supposed to anticipate.
It was a side impact. I couldn't control what was happening.
Don't say a thing. Don't say a thing.
It was a side impact. I did not hit her. She ran right into me. As soon as she ran, I stopped. I did not see her because I didn't expect the child to come out where they're not supposed to.
That's your problem. That's exactly right. You did not expect her to come. She came out of the wrong place. She came out from a place she wasn't supposed to come. I buy it. 100%. I buy it. You're the grown-up. Anticipate an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old is going to come out, cross the street.
Not from the side.
Listen, she's not fixing your mirror.
No.
Get it through your head. She's not fixing your mirror. You should go like this. What a tragedy this could have been. What an absolute horrendous ending.
Just because a person is driving a car doesn't mean that person is wrong. It was a side impact.
Just a second. I didn't so far say you were wrong. I said to you, you're the grown-up you're supposed to anticipate. And instead of suing her mother to fix your mirror, what you should be saying is, thank God I didn't kill her. Thank God my car didn't. Instead of her hitting her clavicle on the mirror, she could have hit her. If she was shorter, like Tyler, she would have hit her head on the mirror and would have been gone. And then if she were gone, would I have sued her mother for the damage to my mirror? I'm asking you a hypothetical question. What, instead of breaking her clavicle and causing some stitches, the collision between the child and your car killed her? Would you be suing her mother for the broken mirror on your car? I want you to think about your answer very carefully. I just want to find out who I'm dealing with. Instead of hurting her, you killed her. Would you be suing her mother to replace the mirror on your car?
You're making the implication that I hit her
no, I'm
intentionally,
not.
and I did not hit
No,
her
I'm not.
intentionally
Madam,
by any stretch.
Madam, I am not making that implication at all. I asked you a question which I will rephrase to you because perhaps you don't understand
Absolutely
English.
not.
Of course not.
I did not want her to get injured,
John,
and
no, listen to me.
immediately after I
That's-
stopped, I did everything correctly. I
You're
did
not,
every. I
you're
stopped.
not
I did what
answering
I
my
had to
question.
do.
I'm going to get an answer to my question. Let us assume, for this hypothetical, that instead of Emmy being the size she is, instead of breaking her clavicle, killed her. My question is, would you be suing her mother to replace the mirror on your car? That is either a yes or a no.
I don't know. I'm not going to answer that.
Why
I'm
not?
Gonna answer
It's the
that.
same. Why not?
Because it's not the same thing.
Oh, it's absolutely the same
It's
thing.
not
Well,
the
it
sa-
would be
it's-
different if it was
it's
your
not the
son's
same thing.
clavicle.
She ran into my vehicle.
Your case is dismissed. We're done. Now, you have a counterclaim.
Yes, I have
Okay.
a counterclaim.
Okay. I know you have a counterclaim, and she should have been more careful, and Emmy should have been crossing a place where she was supposed to cross, right?
Correct.
Say
100%.
goodbye and say, I'm very lucky that my daughter was injured the way she was and wasn't seriously hurt and had 5 stitches, and next time she's going to cross at the green and not in between. She's going to cross where there's a guard. Are we finished? Perfect. Ms. Trahan, were you and your husband both in the car or
No.
just you?
No.
So you are here because the car is jointly owned, is that right?
Correct, Your Honor.
So you were not a witness?
No.
You can have a seat. You were in an automobile accident that you claim was the defendant's fault.
Right.
I don't think that the defendant would deny that if there was an accident, it was her fault. She says there was no accident.
That's interesting.
Okay, that's what she says. She says there was no accident. So why don't you tell me the date of this accident?
June 27th, 2017,
What time?
2:15 in the afternoon.
Could you go over to the board and show me which one was your car?
I am the orange car with the P on a plaintiff.
Okay, so you were going straight down the road. The defendant had a stop sign.
Correct. I had the right-of-way on this main street, Grand Via Altamira.
So she went through the stop sign.
Correct. Right in front of me, across in front of me.
She crossed in front of you.
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then she shot through, so she didn't hit me. She headed towards this curb here, and then to avoid hitting the curb, she swerved out and struck my right front fender and her left front wheel.
Okay. Do you have a photograph of the damage?
Yes, I did.
I'd like to see it.
Since the car is brand new, I had a very difficult time taking pictures because it's shiny and I got a lot of reflection.
What kind of
This
car was it?
2017 Porsche
Give her
Boxster.
all of them, Kim.
Okay. Do you want her damage also?
First, let me see yours.
Okay.
Did you both get out of your car?
Yes, we did.
Show me where you were when you both got out of the car.
Right in the same area here.
So she stopped.
Yes, she did. And then as she did so, she said, I have a microfiber cloth in my car.
Well, first she stopped.
Okay.
Didn't say anything. She stopped, she got out of the car.
She apologized profusely.
What did she say?
She said, I'm so sorry, I tried not to hit you and I swerved, but I didn't make it.
Her son was traveling with her in the car. Where was he? In the passenger seat in the front or in the back?
I believe so, in the front seat.
You believe so?
Yes.
Were you in the front seat?
Yes.
Did you exchange information?
We exchanged phone numbers.
Not insurance information.
Not at that time. We exchanged phone numbers. She texted her phone number to me there on the scene. And for some unknown reason, one of the phone numbers she gave me for her home was a Minnesota phone number, and I don't know why.
Did she give you a working phone number?
Yes, the cell number. She texted it to me as I stood there, and I have the text with me.
I'd like to see it.
And the whole time that she had stopped, her son kept saying, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm so sorry, Mom, about 3 times. She never gave me her license or any type of address. I had to go seek that out for myself.
Well, you asked her for your insurance registration card.
And she never gave it to me.
Why not?
I gave my insurance card.
No,
When?
your number.
Shh, shh, shh.
I have the complete text exchange between
May I
us.
see it?
No license.
Shh. Did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Because we came close, but I did not.
That's baloney.
I did
That's
not.
baloney. It's baloney. Because you wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her.
We
You
stopped.
wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her. So my question to you, I'm going to repeat it again. Why did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her?
I told my insurance company that I did not feel an impact. We were
Oh,
very
but-
close, and I rolled down my window, and she was right there.
That's not true. How could you lie? Is that what you want to teach him? How to lie? Is that what you want to teach your son? How to
No,
lie?
Your Honor.
Okay, well, that's what you're doing. Because your son was in the car, he knows that you hit her. So if what you want to do is teach him how to grow up to be a liar, you're doing a good job.
That is not what I want to do.
Well, then you want to tell me why you told your insurance company that there was no accident.
Because, do you want me to go?
No, I want you to tell me. You and I both know that there was an accident. We both know it because everything she told me was true. That you got out of the car, that you said, I'm so sorry, I tried to avoid you.
I did not say that.
Tell me what you said.
We,
Just a second. Just remember who you're telling the story to and who was there and heard you. Just remember.
okay.
Great.
I made the turn.
You went through a stop sign. She had the right of way.
Yes, she did. And it was very clear. I could see around the corner there was no car coming.
Well, there was a car coming.
Well, it was not.
There was a car coming because her car was coming.
Okay.
So you didn't see it. Maybe you were distracted. Maybe you were having an argument with your son. Maybe you were having a heated discussion with your son. Whatever it was, you blew a stop sign. You blew the stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign.
Well, you did because you hit her. She had the right of way. If you came in close contact with her, or if you swerved to avoid her, then you still blew a stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign. I come out of this neighborhood every day because I live there.
Who cares?
And I have to be very careful because sometimes
don't tell me
people
shoulda,
blow.
woulda, coulda. We're talking about June 27th, 2017. Make sure you're careful, because otherwise you brought him here. I'll ask him questions. Do you understand? Nope. I didn't ask you to do anything yet.
I made the turn and I was going and I saw a car speeding from my left side.
Yeah, just a minute. Just to make sure you realize who you're telling me this story in front of.
And I stopped and I didn't feel anything or hear anything. And so I was relieved. I rolled down my window and she said, "What the hell are you doing?" And I got out of my car and she backed up and she goes, "Look at the scratch on my car." And then she looks at my car and she said, "And there's no damage to your car." She said, "My husband is going to kill me."
What kind of car were you driving?
A Tesla Model X.
Yes. Go ahead.
And so I said, "Well, I have a microfiber cloth in my car. Do you want me to try to wipe your scratch?" And she said, "Sure." So I did that.
Just a minute. Are you trying to tell me that a lady, for no reason, would say, "Let me go in my car," when there was no contact between your car and hers, and get a cloth and try to polish out a scratch? You telling me that you want me to believe that? That you did that?
Well, I was...
No way in the world. I didn't make that spot on the floor, but let me get down and let me wash the floor. Let me try to get the spot out of the floor, even though I had nothing to do with it. You trying to tell me that a lady like you try to buff out a scratch on her car that she didn't cause? Do you understand where I'm going?
I understand where you're going.
Great.
So we got out, we both took pictures, and she wanted to file a claim, so I gave her my information and the insurance.
Why in the world would you give her your information, madam, if there had been no contact with the car?
Because I didn't want to have an argument with her. I figured the insurance company could deal with it.
If you told the insurance company that there was no accident, the insurance company said, our insurance said there was no contact between...
Well, no, they investigated it. And I have the pictures from the insurance company of both cars.
Would you like to see a picture of her wheel?
I would love to see the full report of your insurance company. I want to see if you said to them there was no contact with the car.
I have the pictures.
No, I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car. I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car.
I don't have a report from the insurance
Then
company.
I'm not interested. Can I see a bill to fix your car, please?
I do have a letter from the insurance
I
company.
don't read letters from insurance companies.
I have two estimates.
You have the final
And
bill
I-
there, Kim.
Just a second, just give me the 2 estimates, please. Not a good example, Miss Ramsdale.
And here's a picture of her wheel and the fact that the wheel is
Just,
tainted.
would you just do me a favor and give me an estimate? That's what I asked for. I didn't
Sorry.
ask for all
Give her
those
the
documents. I asked you for the estimates.
I'm sorry.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $13.15. We're done. Your lawsuit is, so you did no work in the house. At some point, you say you were notified, and you must have reports to show me, that there was stuff going on in the house that caused your neighbors to call the police, and the police came. There was domestic violence. When you finally heard about it, you went and you found that the whole property looked like a trash house. She had vehicles parked in the front. She had a trailer in the back, up in the backyard where some other people were living.
Correct.
What kind of trailer?
I wasn't there when the trailer was there
Well, how do you know there was a trailer there?
because of his paperwork. It was there at one point in time, but
So there was a trailer. Well, and let's get it straight.
Yes, there was a
Because either
trailer.
he has pictures.
yes, there was a
I
trailer.
mean, you can make up things. You can make up things, you know, like you're the Wicked Witch of the North, or you're like the Good Witch from the East, or whatever it is. But for him to say had a trailer parked in the yard, that's not something
It wasn't
that he makes up.
mine. It was something to do with him and the people that were back there.
Who?
Gary.
You mean he had tenants living back there in a trailer?
He told them people they could put the trailer back there.
That's a lie,
Just-
Your Honor.
Hey, listen, I find a lot about you suspect. Just from the foot to foot, I find a lot about you suspect. Did you move the trailer back there?
I did not know.
Do you know who did?
I know who put the trailer back there, yes.
Who did?
Renee and Tyler.
Who is that?
It's a mutual friend of all of ours.
What was your relationship with the guy who was living in this house, his business partner?
We were just friends. His daughter also lived there too in the beginning. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I was downstairs. Fred and his daughter were upstairs.
Who lived in the trailer?
Nobody lived in the trailer. The trailer was just parked there.
Now, at some point, you moved to evict Miss Warburg. Tell me when you moved to evict her, and first tell me when, and then I'd like to see the paperwork indicating why, and the
That was
documentation to support.
September 12th, 2016.
Okay, tell me why.
Why? I got a call from officer of the Brooklyn Park Police Department.
I'd like to see the report.
Okay. Here's the eviction notice,
No. First, I want to see the
All right.
police report.
police reports.
And
These
then?
are for abatements, and these are from the Brooklyn Park Police.
Okay, good. Who's Kathleen Marie?
It's my friend.
And Pixley was your boyfriend?
Yes,
And you had an argument with him on July 19th?
I did.
And you wanted him out of the house?
Right.
So you told your friend who was staying with you to call the police and get him
She
out of...
wasn't staying with me. She was there. I was at the cemetery.
No, I understand, but she had been there for a couple of days, according to the police report.
She'd spent the night. Yes,
And you told her to call the police to have them get him out of there.
yes.
Okay, so he didn't want to leave. You came back from the cemetery on July 19th, and then you had another fight with him, and the police came back to the house on
Yes.
that date. Okay, and he was off his meds, is that
Right.
correct? And he did some damage inside the house.
No, he spit on the floor. Mm-hmm. He didn't break anything.
According to the police report, he
I'm not talking to you yet. And your daughter had gotten into a verbal argument with the same boyfriend back in May?
No, that was her boyfriend.
Oh, that's a different person.
Right.
Your daughter has a drug problem?
Yes, she does.
Boyfriend too?
No.
He does not?
No, he does not. He's clean and sober.
Your Honor, I have evidence that he OD'd.
That was my boyfriend.
We're talking about her daughter's boyfriend. Kathleen is same person.
Right.
She also called the police on the 19th?
That's the same
Same
day.
day. Then again on July 23rd?
I believe that was Julie had called the police that day. Mm-hmm. And that was about Mariah's boyfriend. And he had showed
Was your
up there.
daughter's boyfriend staying at the house?
No, he was not. Not at
But
that
your
time.
daughter was?
No, my daughter wasn't either. I had custody of their kids at that time.
Her kids?
Mariah's, my daughter's children, my grandchildren,
How old are they?
2 and 5.
You have them through the foster care system?
I did.
So what was she doing in the house?
She wasn't there.
She was in your house.
What date was that?
Whatever date it was, what was she doing in the house?
No, in the beginning she was allowed there. It was after she didn't show up to court, and I believe that was in July or August. It was in August, and then she wasn't allowed there. But they were allowed to see the kids. Both her and Philip were. Philip's got custody of the children now.
Who does?
The father, the dad. He got them back. He did everything he had to.
Who's Renee Curtis?
She's one of the ones that put the trailer in the backyard.
And Tyler is her boyfriend?
Yes.
And he was also in the trailer?
He wasn't there that time.
But
no.
he had been in the trailer.
He had been, yeah.
So based on these reports, you moved to evict her.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. I would too.
Anybody would.
You don't have to help me. I would too. So it's her apartment. The two of you were living together and you moved in as a roommate. Okay. And it is your claim that she came into the bedroom while you were sleeping and poured boiling water on you.
Yes, correct.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. So this indicates that officers responded to the scene that burns were caused by hot water that Miss Canby had allegedly thrown at Miss Jones. It seems that all three females had been smoking dust for most of the night. It is unclear what had occurred in the apartment because the females were too high on dust to speak. In any case, Joan was transported to St. Francis Hospital. So is it accurate that the three of you were doing drugs that night?
No, Your Honor, it's not.
Is there any reason why you think that this officer would write this?
Yeah, the officer is a Fugazi officer.
Is a what?
Fugazi officer.
This is Hartford Police Department.
Yeah, he's Fugazi.
What does that mean?
That means he's fake. Why would she not be arrested for this, Your Honor?
The person who filled out this form is a police officer in the Hartford Police Department. He's not a fake. Now, you have your medical records from
Yes, I
the
do.
13th? I'd like to take a look at them, including the admission records, and then I'll get the story, both of the stories. Okay, listen, you admitted to the doctor who admitted you to the hospital that all of you were smoking PCP that night. You said a young female evaluated as a core trauma. Patient states she smoked PCP with a friend this evening. Friend later accused her of stealing her laptop. Patient was sleeping without wearing any clothes and reports friend dumped a pot of boiling water on her. Patient found outside the complex wearing a hospital gown. Patient reports PCP and marijuana today. That's what you told the doctor.
No, that's not what I told her.
So you mean the police officer got it wrong and the doctor who admitted you to the hospital got it wrong? So both?
Your
So
Honor.
there's a fake police officer? I'm not suggesting that this incident didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what happened that night.
Well, Your Honor, I would like to tell you what happened.
What?
I would like to tell you what happened.
First, I have to make myself clear that you had a head to even remember what happened.
Okay.
Did you accuse her of stealing a laptop?
She did. She stole my laptop and she stole my clothes. She was stealing from me at my sister's house.
She was stealing from you while she was living in the house, in your
Yes.
sister's house with you. And is that an argument that you had that evening on the 13th?
And I don't do drugs, Your Honor.
Just a second. Is that an argument that you had that evening?
That's not true, Your Honor.
Let me read to you, and I'm going to let you tell your story, but these medical records of that night are very telling to me. These are the doctors who examined you. Patient presents to the emergency room tonight for a burn. Patient is on PCP and is quite altered. She is a very unreliable historian. She reports that someone dumped a pot of boiling water onto her lap. Patient reports at the times that this occurred, she was wearing no clothes. Patient presents to the emergency room wearing a hospital Johnny. She cannot tell me why she is wearing this. Patient has sustained second-degree burns covering approximately 9% of her body surface. It involves her upper thighs and inner thighs. Her groin specifically has significant edema, blistered. Patient has been given IV fluids. Contacted the burn center. Okay. Let me tell you first, Miss Canby, that the only thing that she's consistent about in these reports, even in her altered state, is that you poured boiling water on her. If she was the only one that was high in the house, I don't know. So I want, before she tells me her story, before I finish the medical records and see if your story is consistent with that, I want you to tell me, listen to me carefully, your story about what happened on July the 13th. Go.
Judge Judy.
No, don't say me Judge Judy.
Okay.
I know who I am.
Okay. That is totally not what happened.
Just a second. I want you to tell me what happened.
When I came home from school, she was in the house. She wasn't supposed to be there. She didn't pay my sister her portion of the rent. So we was in the kitchen, and I'm like, Kylie, what are you doing in the house? You're not supposed to be here. You didn't pay my sister the portion of the rent. She was boiling water for coffee that she was drinking, and the handle was out on the stove. She was not laying down or anything. She
No, don't tell me what she wasn't. I'm reading the medical records. I want you to tell me what happened. So she was boiling water on the stove.
We was in the kitchen, and then we got into the argument. And as she went to push me, the handle was sticking out from the pot of water, and the water came all down here on her.
That's not true.
Not consistent with the medical records, your story. I read what you said in the answer. But the medical records, what the doctors observed of where the injuries were on her inner thigh, are totally inconsistent with this story that you just told me of water being spilled. If it's spilled, it's on the outer section of your thigh.
Yeah.
Unless she was standing with her legs gesprayt.
Yeah.
Totally gesprayt boiling water.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So the story that you give me is a whole lot of who shot John.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's a whole lot of who shot John.
Yep.
And the reason, it wasn't a fake police officer.
It was.
Because what you say is you were lying in bed naked and she came in and poured scalding water on you.
Yeah.
Medical records.
I said he was fugazi because he did
Let's-
not arrest her.
Listen to me. I don't know what you're on now. I don't care. I don't care. The reason that they didn't arrest her, that doesn't mean he's a fake cop, is because you were so high that night that when they asked her what happened, she gave this cockamamie story. And since they couldn't get a cogent story from you because you were so high, they said, she tells me, she's looking at me like a basset hound with those eyes that say, I'm telling you the truth. That's the way she spoke to the cop. And that's why she wasn't arrested. I don't believe her because the cops certainly didn't look at these medical records because the medical records are totally inconsistent with this baloney story you just told me.
She wasn't even in the apartment when the cops showed up. She had fled the scene when the cops showed up.
The reason that they didn't take you seriously is because you were so high on drugs that you were in an altered state. Do you understand?
No.
That doesn't mean she didn't do it.
Okay.
I'm telling you that the reason that the police didn't take you seriously was because you were on another planet. Do you understand? That doesn't excuse her behavior. But you asked me a question. You said he's a fake cop. He's not a fake cop. He couldn't get anything from you, neither could the doctor. Because according to the doctor who examined you, you were so high and in such an altered state, he couldn't get a history. The only thing that you were able to tell him was that somebody poured boiling water on you. And the medical records are totally consistent with that story. Do you understand?
Yes.
So you're partially to blame for the fact that they didn't arrest her. Do you understand? How old are you?
I'm 36.
Why don't you go into rehab?
I did
For how long?
for about 2 months.
Didn't work. You know, you're lucky you're not doing 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're lucky you're not doing 10 years. Because if somebody put this all together, and if it wasn't for the fact that they found lots of drug people on the night of the 13th, which is what you say, we were all smoking at night. I mean, every single page says, from every different doctor who examined you, it says disoriented and high on PCP, uncooperative in substance abuse, flat affect. That's why. What she did was terrible.
Yeah.
What she did was terrible.
Yeah.
They didn't take you seriously.
Yeah.
And that is not an excuse for them. But part of the reason they didn't take you seriously is because you were your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's it. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. We're done here. Mr. Pritchard, you know the defendant because he is the brother-in-law of this young lady who is either your girlfriend or your fiance, that's how you refer to her.
That's correct, yes.
And you have an order of protection against him because he beat you up.
Correct, yep.
He assaulted, there's no such thing as, he assaulted you.
Yes.
And I know that Mr. Abrahamson, I know that you assaulted him.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And you say you assaulted him because he's a stoner, which I assume you mean he uses drugs.
No, Your Honor,
What does that mean? You say he's a stoner who took your sister-in-law, that's this young lady?
Yes, ma'am.
Down a bad path.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you called him a stoner.
Yes, Your Honor.
What does that mean?
Well, he smokes a lot of weed. He
That's what I
does a
thought,
lot
drugs.
of drugs. Yes, ma'am.
And is that the reason you beat him up?
No, ma'am.
What'd you beat him up for?
No, ma'am. September 14th, 2015, I had a camera set up in my computer room. I have a couple slot machines. Money has been stolen previously from me. So I had that set up, and at the time, it was 8:25. The camera was turned over, slot machine was broken into, money was gone. I came home that day, looked in the slot machine, money was gone. I'm like, what's going on here?
Well, did they live with you?
No, they had to come to my house to get food at their mom and dad's house. Their dad was in the hospital, so the mom wasn't there. So we had bought them food so they could bring back to the house.
Were they living together?
I am not sure.
You don't know?
No, ma'am.
Are you sick?
I was crying.
How old are you?
19.
My question to you is, are you sick? Now.
No.
What's your first name?
Molly.
Take a breath. Is that your sister? Did you used to live with her?
No.
Did you ever live with her, Molly?
No.
Who do you live with now?
I live with Josh.
Do you work?
No. I'm in school.
What school do you go to?
Minnesota Virtual High School in Minneapolis.
Do you go to school every day?
Yeah, it's online.
So you're an online. You don't
Yes.
leave the house.
No.
But you don't go to school.
No.
And what does Josh do?
He is unemployed at the moment.
Whose house do you live in?
An older lady, she's a friend of hers, like grandma, we're living with at the moment.
How long have you been living there?
Oh, 6 months, 5-6 months.
Do you get any money for going to school online?
No.
Do you have to pay any money to do that?
No.
How do you support yourself, Molly?
Food stamps, EBT, from the county.
And how does Josh support himself?
He is doing Social Security right now, disability for his back.
For his what?
He's trying to get accepted for disability for his back.
What's wrong with
Social
his back?
Security. He has, I'm not sure. He would have to explain it.
What's wrong with your back?
I have a congenital fusion, Your Honor, something I was born with, a birth defect. Causes a lot of pain. I'm currently on a 10-pound weight restriction ordered by a neurosurgeon.
Well, there are a lot of jobs you can do without having to lift up 10 pounds.
Not in the county that we live in, Your Honor. There's not much go on, and the only job that I had going for me was the casino, and thanks to Mr. Abrahamson, I can't work there.
Molly, do you think you're doing well with Josh?
Yeah.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
You think that that's the right trajectory for your life?
Yes.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sit down. Do you see your sister at all?
No.
Because of him?
I'm sorry?
Because of him?
Because of Matthew.
So let's get back to the slot machine that was broken into.
Sure.
And I assume that what you're going to tell me is that it was your belief that
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
plaintiff
Yes, Your
stole
Honor.
your money.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me how you came to that conclusion.
My son, he had to come home from school to get a picture for him. They had pictures that day. And he witnessed the car pull in at, what time was it? Do you want to?
Stand up.
The
Tell me
time,
your name.
Aiden Owen.
Tell me about the day that the slot machine got broken into in the house. The money was taken.
I went to school that morning and I,
Where was your dad?
at work,
And your mom?
at work,
And how old are you?
13.
So you were off to school by yourself.
Yes.
And what happened?
I got to school and I realized that I forgot my picture form. And then I went to the office and said that I forgot my picture form. And they called my mom saying that he forgot his form so he can go get home and go get his paper.
What did you need the form for?
To get my picture taken. I went inside the house, climbed through the kitchen window because I didn't know that the key was inside the garage. And then I got the picture form, walked down the street. Well, I locked the door.
So you went out the door?
Yes.
And you locked the door behind you?
Yes. And then I locked it and I went back and I started walking down the road and I seen a Chevy Impala go by me that they used to drive. And obviously it was them. And I went back.
Did you see who was in the car?
No.
Now, is this a well-traveled road?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen that car before?
Probably every 2 months that I went to my grandma's.
You said something about your grandma.
Oh, I used to go to my grandma's every 2.
And that's where you saw whose truck was it?
Car. It was theirs, but they were borrowing it.
From your grandmother?
No.
From whom?
I have no idea. All I remember is they were borrowing it from a friend.
What color? Chevy Impala. It wasn't a truck.
I think it was a silver, grayish.
How far from your house was it?
Probably a block or 2 away.
So you continued to go to school?
Yeah. And
it was based on that you assumed that he was the one who broke into the house?
Well, not broke in. No, we left them the food, so they had permission to be in the house, just not grab the money.
Okay. So how did they get into the house?
Key. We gave them the key. Or they had the key was at my house, so then they could get in because we were at work.
Okay, so you had prepared food for them?
Correct. Yes, ma'am. On the kitchen table.
Was the food gone
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
So the food was gone,
Food was gone.
as well as the cash.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about the assault.
The assault.
Assault is finished with, which so
Correct.
I can.
Correct.
Go ahead.
Yep. So we got home. Well, when I got home, I looked in the slot machine, looked for everything. You know, money's gone. I called Tasha to see maybe she had grabbed it. I asked the kids, maybe they grabbed it. Nope. Tasha comes home. That's why I have the video right here. For coming home, we're looking. We called those guys. We called the plaintiffs. Said we'll be over at 7. We just got a voicemail. We'll be over at 7 to get our money. We want our money back. We go over there. Molly's sleeping. Josh wasn't. We didn't see him. So we went inside. Molly, where's Josh? You know, she wakes up. What's going on? What's going on? And like, we know you took the money. We want our money. You know, we were pretty not happy at the time. So we get it out of her. Oh, it was all my idea. We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
Molly said.
Yes, ma'am.
Molly said it was all
Yes.
my idea.
My idea. We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
And your wife was with you.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
And that's what your sister said.
Correct.
It was my idea. Okay.
And then we found out Josh was in the bathroom. I broke in, and that's when the assault occurred. It was all done. Went home.
Did you get your money?
No, ma'am. From what? He doesn't have a job. I can't get anything.
Well, what'd they do with the money?
We still had the money, Your Honor. We did offer it back to him.
They
He
never
wasn't
even asked.
concerned with that, though.
No.
Just a second. How much money did you take?
$40, ma'am. And
Why'd you take the money?
I didn't take it.
Molly did.
Yes.
Did she tell you why she took the money?
There was a miscommunication between her and her mother. Her mother did say that there was going to be $40 for us to help us get through. She was planning on being gone for a while down at the hospital with her dad in recovery. There was a miscommunication. I didn't know exactly what the whole deal was, but from what I gathered out of it, I guess we were supposed to grab it out of a bank account, but she had thought that it was supposed to be given to us from there.
Okay, so that's when the assault took place.
Yes, Your
He
Honor.
pled guilty to something, and as a result of that, he got an order of protection.
Yes.
And this is what this case is about. It is your claim, Mr. Pritchard, that Mr.
Abrahamson.
Abrahamson, no, I can't say that, Mr. Abrahamson continues to violate the order of protection.
That's correct, Your Honor.
You worked at a casino,
Yes.
and he came to the casino, and then you got the order of protection to cover your job,
Yes.
and he continued to come to your job at the casino,
Yes.
and so you left your job at the casino.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Pritchard, you've known this family for a long time,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice to go to the casino before you got the job there? Think before you answer the question, otherwise I bring Molly up, and Molly's not going to be happy if I bring her up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice? Some people like the casino, and some people don't go to the casino regularly, so you know them for a long time.
Yes.
And you're not a regular worker bee. So, did you know that it was his practice to go to the casino for entertainment?
Yes, Your Honor. I had worked there before.
Okay. And how frequently did he go to the casino before?
Before, from
Once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week,
maybe twice a month.
on the weekends?
Yes.
And would you see him there?
Yes.
Where would you see him?
On the floor at a slot machine.
Did he go with his wife?
On occasion, yes. A lot of times he
Sometimes?
was there on his own, yeah.
And sometimes on his own?
Yes.
And when did this assault take place? Give the
September
date.
14th
Of last year.
2015.
And when did you start to work at the casino?
March of 2016.
So you started to work at the casino knowing that he went there twice a month, either alone or with his wife.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Right. So it was not surprising to you to find him at the casino because you knew that he was a regular at the casino.
That's correct.
Great. Now you have a video to show me, I assume. There's something there to show me how you believe he harassed you. By the way, when did you leave the casino? When did you leave that job?
At the end of May, Your Honor.
Of 2000?
Of 2016. Yeah.
So you had that, listen to me.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
So you had that job for less than 8 weeks? Yes.
Yes.
Prior to that, where did you work?
Before that, I was working for Dairy Queen, I believe.
What do you mean you believe? Were you working for Dairy Queen or were you not working
Yes,
for
I
Dairy
was.
Queen? A cone and a little ice cream doesn't weigh more than 10 pounds. What happened to that job?
I had left.
There's just, I assume there's one Dairy Queen in your neighborhood?
Yes.
So it's very easy to find out? Tell me what happened to that job and when.
I had left that job, Your Honor. We had new management.
You had new management, so what did new management have to do with you?
We weren't getting along.
You weren't getting along with the new team.
Right.
And from when to when did you work for Dairy Queen?
October 30th, I believe, is when I started, and January 5th, maybe, was when I
So you
quit.
worked there also for less than 8 weeks.
Yeah,
And that was January of 2016.
correct.
And then you were unemployed for 2 months. And then you got a job and had that job for another 8 weeks. Now, prior to working for Dairy Queen, who did you work for?
I believe I was unemployed for a little while, Your Honor.
What's a little while? From September of 2015, when this assault took place, to May of 2016, did you work more than 16 weeks? 8 weeks or less for Dairy Queen and 8 weeks or less at the casino?
No.
Did you work for anybody else?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Okay. Little store, Your Honor. Little store, gas station.
From when to when did you work at the little store?
From May of 2015 until September when the assault took place, Your Honor.
Okay. May, June, July, August. So that you worked the gas station for 4 months.
Yes.
In 2015.
Correct.
From September 2015 until May of 2016, am I correct that you held 2 jobs, both for a series of weeks, one for Dairy Queen and one at the casino?
Correct.
What'd you do with the rest of the time?
I was in recovery for a little while after the assault. A lot of the times I was scared to leave my house. That was one of the big reasons why I didn't have any jobs. I've also been going through this disability, Your Honor.
Well, then my question to you, and then we're going to look at your video. Then my question to you, Mr. Pritchard, is if you were scared to go out of the house,
Yes.
what did you take a job for at a casino where you knew the defendant frequented? Now, why in the world would you take a job at a place where you knew the person who assaulted you and who you were afraid to go out of the house because you were afraid to see frequents?
Because I had figured that with the restraining order in place that the casino would have taken steps to prevent us being together. Also, the fact that I only worked 8 hours a day, I figured there were still 16 other hours in the day that he could come.
What hours of the day do you work?
I was working graves.
What is that?
Grave shift, Your Honor, I was working from 11:45 p.m. until 7:45 a.m.
Now I'll see your video.
Okay, it's actually a police report, Your Honor. I couldn't get the video without a subpoena, and the subpoena didn't come through in time.
So the answer is you don't have a video of what happened in the casino?
No, but I do have a police report here, Your Honor, detailing what's in that video.
Well,
You'll read it.
well, this report doesn't help you at all, sir. This report doesn't help you at all.
That report was made less than 30 days after.
I don't care. This report says that, so I will read it so Officer Byrd, who I know would be interested in it. I spoke with reporting party, Joshua, that's you, who stated he had a restraining order against Matthew Ryan, and he had it amended to include his place of work at a casino, and that Matthew had to stay 100 feet away from him. Joshua stated that he advised the host to advise security that he was going to be working, and he wanted security to call Matthew and advise him of where he was going to be working. Joshua stated that he was working in the ash room, and Matthew came into that room to redeem his points for a set of flatware. Joshua stated that Matthew went to the next attendant, didn't go to you, and made eye contact with him and walked in front of him. Joshua stated that he told security on that day and had called to report it. I was informed by Deputy on May 13th that Joshua had contacted him personally on the issue and told the deputy that he wasn't sure if Matthew knew he was in there and not sure if he had made eye contact. He asked Joshua about this, and he stated that he didn't say that, but stated that the casino had footage of the incident. I went to the casino and watched the footage. The video is not very clear, but Matthew does go into the room and was within 100 feet of him. So what?
The restraining order says that he's not allowed within 100 feet of me. And
Case is dismissed, Mr. Pritchard. We're done. Thank you. You bought a car from the defendant.
Yes, ma'am.
The purchase price of the car was $1,500.
Yes, ma'am.
You gave him $700.
I gave him 43 hours labor at $11 an hour.
You gave him money.
Yes, ma'am.
How much money?
$300 cash.
And then you bartered for some.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much did he barter for?
$445.
$445. So that's $745 so far that you gave him towards the $1,500 purchase price.
Yes, ma'am.
And you knew him from before.
Yes, ma'am.
And you made this deal 7 or 8 months ago. On what date?
I don't remember the exact date, ma'am.
Month.
June 10th.
Now, the deal became a little more complicated because the car that he sold you, he had already sold to his nephew.
Yes, ma'am.
And I assume that there's only one other person in the room who's not a party. That would be the nephew.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had already sold the car to the nephew for how much?
$1,500.
Nephew.
Yes, ma'am.
How much money did you pay your uncle for the car?
$1,098.
Okay, sit. And you were supposed to pay him out the rest, but then you went to jail and it all got screwed up. Anyway, so far, I want to get this straight. You've got $1,098 from your nephew and $745 from the plaintiff.
Yes.
Because in June of last year, you said to the plaintiff, I'll sell you this 1998 Lincoln Town car because my nephew went to jail and he hasn't finished paying for it, but you have to go repossess it.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
So you went and got the car.
Yes, ma'am.
You still have the car.
Yeah, I do currently, yes.
By the way, who holds the title to the car?
I do.
So it's your car.
Yes, ma'am.
Then he sort of found out that he really shouldn't have taken it from his nephew. He says, you didn't finish paying for the car, which you agree you did not finish
Yes,
paying
ma'am,
for
I
the
did
car.
not.
And we're now 9 months later that you've been driving the car,
Yes, ma'am.
right? 9 months, for which you have paid so far $745, plus you made one other payment.
Yes, ma'am.
When?
December.
You gave him $25.
Yeah, I got they're right there. He sent me a new receipt.
You gave him $25. So $745 plus $25 is $770.
Yes, ma'am.
So now you have $1,098 from nephew, $770 from him.
Yes.
In total, $1,868 is what you have so far for this car.
Yes, ma'am.
Plus you still have the title for the car. Am I getting it right? You got so far...
There's some missing parts.
You've got so far... No, the simple story, and I'm a very simple girl. The simple story is you have a car that you sold to your nephew for $1,500. You also sold it to the plaintiff for $1,500. But you collected from the two of them $1,868, which is $368 more than you would have gotten from either one of them if it was a clean sale. So far, are we on the same page?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now, so let me deal with your counterclaim, which a counterclaim, as my grandmother would say, never counterclaim he's got. A counterclaim for $5,000. He's got a counterclaim, Mr. Martin, for $5,000, money owed for car damage, lost wages, travel expenses, and the return of the car. Are you out of your mind?
No, ma'am.
Now I'm going to tell you why you're out of your mind. Could you tell me what the Kelly Blue Book is for this 20-year-old car?
$825.
$825. So, sir, you are the only person who is now seeking $7,000 for an $800 car. Do you understand how stupid that sounds?
Yes, my countersuit was based on his suit against me saying the car is valued at $2,200.
Car is worth $800, and your countersuit was based on his lawsuit. So let me explain this to you, sir. You're not getting a penny. You've already got $1,868 from these two people in the what is, you know, a little Ponzi scheme. You sell the car to one, then you can go repossess it. You sell it to somebody else, go repossess it from him. You did try to take the car back from him, didn't you?
Well,
that's either a yes or a
ma'am.
no. Go get it. I have it. But now, you, on the other hand, didn't finish paying for the car.
No, ma'am.
So you want to explain to me how you owe him? I mean, that was your deal. That was your contract with him, $1,500, which you didn't pay. And there's still a balance due. Let me do this on this new calculator that they put here because, believe it or not, somebody stole the calculator off my desk. So now I have to learn to work a whole new calculator, which is not easy for me. So I'm putting it on. $1,500, here's the minus sign, $770 equals $730. So you still owe him $730?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Well, then what are you suing him for $5,000 for?
Because in December 18th, I found out a couple days before from Cater's dad that he actually had gotten a title from Bobby and wanted the car picked up. Cater did.
Bottom line is, he paid more for the car than you did.
Yes, ma'am. I understand that. And when he came to my house...
Just a second. So, did your uncle give you back the money?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
The car dealership won't give me my money back if they
I'm not
repo
talking...
my car.
Now, listen to me. He's your nephew. You sold it to him. Let me ask you this question, sir. You sold the car for $1,500. $1,500 is all you're entitled to for the car. But you have to return your nephew's money. If I say to the plaintiff, not only am I not giving you $5,000, but you have to give him the remainder of what you owe him, and I'm going to have him sign the title over to you, so then you have the title and the car. That's what you bargained for. Then he's going to sue you, and I'm going to give him money. Do you understand?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Listen, do you understand?
I do.
Well, if you don't understand, sir, I'm going to make it very simple for you. Take out the title.
The original
Take
deal,
out the title. I'm
the
going to make it
original
simple
deal
for you.
on the car,
I'm going to make it simple for you. In whose name is the title?
Cater Martin.
Get up. Sign the title over to the plaintiff. Now, sir, you are out $1,098 that I think you ought to get by suing your uncle. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Are you going to do that? Why?
Because I think my uncle was in the right for what he did.
No, he's not in the right anymore.
Well, I'm the owner on the title. Since he is the lien holder, he has the right. Since he did not
listen to me. He's going to pay him. Listen to me. He's going to pay him. Sign it. Is the defendant a lien holder, Bird, on that title?
Robert Sam Martin.
Yes.
Yep.
By you?
Yes.
Great. Fabulous. Now, here is the title to your car. On your counterclaim, instead of dismissing the entire counterclaim, which I would ordinarily do, he owes you $730. I'm awarding you $730, which means that you are now double whole. You have the $1,500 from the plaintiff that he agreed to pay you for the car. Your nephew, if he's smart, is going to sue you if you don't give him the $1,098 for the car because, in effect, you got paid for this car twice. He bought a car, which he no longer wants. I don't care.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care if it blew up. I don't care if it stopped running.
Still runs the drive.
It still runs fine, and you should have paid for the car. No excuses. It's
I had
done.
some income tax to pay it, though.
I don't care.
That was the deal.
Listen to me. That's not his problem.
Nope.
If you bought a car from Buick or Chrysler or Ford, and you said, you know what, my income tax return wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be, so I can't pay you for the car, they would take your car.
Yeah. Yes.
I want you to think of him that way. Now, file a lawsuit. I'd be delighted to hear it. Got your car.
Yep.
It's yours. Title, register it, and you got your money.
I don't see how he gets to get the car whenever he didn't fulfill his contract on the payments. And like, if I went to a car dealership and I bought a car,
That's why you're in court. Listen to me.
yeah.
Listen.
But if in the car dealer's eyes,
Ears. That's why we're in court, to try to resolve this issue. And I've just resolved it. He's had the car for 9 months. He should have paid for it.
and he stole the car from
Just
my
as
girlfriend.
he should have paid for it.
stole
Now
it.
he paid for it. That has nothing to do with you. Your lawsuit is against your uncle. Your uncle told him to repossess the car from you.
He stole
Do
the
you
car from my
understand?
girlfriend.
Do you understand what? Do you understand that your uncle told him that you hadn't made payments to go and get the car and he would sell
Okay.
it to him? I just want you to say I understand that that's
I
what
understand.
happened. That's
But
all
on the
I
same
care about.
concept, me going December 25th with the laws to get the car, and the laws told me straight up I could not take the car from him unless I went down and got the title put in my name, which I was going to do that Monday, which they texted me that Monday and said that they was filing a lawsuit on us, so there was no point in me going down and having the title, him taken off the lien holder
Listen
and
to
my
me.
name put on the title because I
Your
could have went and took the
problem-
car.
Shh. I want you It has nothing to do with you.
How not? I'm on the title. I'm the owner. of
Not
the car.
anymore.
Not anymore.
Not
Might as well
anymore.
forget it.
Your uncle sold it to him. That's all. We're done here. Goodbye. Mr. Copeland, the defendant is your former wife. You have 2 children, and according to what I read, you were divorced in 2006. How old are your children now?
My oldest one, Robert's 17, and Xavier's 14.
And when you divorced, Robert lived with you?
No, he was living with the grandmother. I was incarcerated.
When did Robert come to live with you?
December 2011.
And your other son?
Xavier, he moved in with me of May of last year.
Prior to that, was he living with his mother?
Yeah.
And in your divorce, was there any mention of child support?
No.
Were you incarcerated at the time of the divorce?
Yes.
Okay, so you divorced him while he was incarcerated.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what was the date of your release?
July of 2007.
Haven't been back?
Nope.
Good for you. Okay, this is what the case is about. I assume that neither one of you has, over the course of the last 10 years, paid child support to the other. Is that correct?
No.
Have you paid child support to her? No.
No.
And you have not paid child support to him?
No.
Each of you had one child living with you, and that sounded like a reasonable thing to do. You took care of your son's expenses, of Xavier's expenses, and you took care of Robert's expenses. Reasonable. But last year, Xavier decided he wanted to live with you. And they're both in high school. This is what the case is about, and have many extracurricular activities. And Xavier had some dental expenses.
Robert did.
Robert had some dental expenses. And according to you, your former wife agreed to split those expenses with you, because now you have both boys living with you. And that's what you're suing for, half of those expenses, which are a little over $2,000. I'm going to start with you, Mrs. Copeland. How do you support yourself?
I just got laid off. I was working at Save Mart. I was a clerical worker. I was there for 3 years, but they just closed that company down, so I am unemployed right now.
As of what date?
August 18th.
You receive unemployment insurance benefits?
I have not received it yet, so I'm waiting. But I will be getting it, and they said I will be getting like $3.99 a week, but I have not received it at all.
Who do you
yet.
live with?
I live by myself.
What's your rent?
My rent is $700 a month.
How'd you manage to pay your rent in September?
Well, I'm not gonna have my apartment anymore, so I gave a 60-day notice, so, because I'm not gonna be able to pay it.
Where are you moving?
That I don't know yet.
You have an idea.
I think I'm probably gonna share, rent a room from somebody, because I do not have the money. I'm gonna go back to school, so they're gonna pay, EDD is gonna pay for me to go to school, so.
Have you tried to find another job?
Well,
since August?
I'm gonna go to school. The EDD is offering, since it was such a major layoff, they're offering to pay for us to go to school. So I wanna go to learn how to take blood to be a phlebotomist. That's what I'm gonna go into.
And how are you gonna support yourself while you do that?
I'll get unemployment while I'm going to school, and the class that I want to take to be a phlebotomist is not very long. It's like a 4-month class before I could get my certificate, so that's what I plan on doing.
Did you discuss that with your former husband?
We really don't talk much.
Do you see both Xavier and...
Yeah, I'm supposed to get them on the 2nd and 4th weekend of the month, although usually when it's my time to see Robert. Since he's 17, he has a job, he has a girlfriend, he usually has things to do, and so he doesn't come much.
And Xavier?
Xavier comes, he comes.
When did you have this conversation with Mrs. Copeland about sharing expenses? What month?
May of last year, when Xavier moved in with me.
So he was with you September of 2015? October of 2015,
all during the summer.
November, December, the entire 2015, and part of 2016. So you did have expenses. Tell me when you first asked Mrs. Copeland to pay any of those expenses.
As soon as they started arising.
Well, let me see. Do you have anything in writing?
It's all labeled, and the pages aren't behind it. It's all the receipts.
No, I'm not looking for the receipts. I'm asking you when, Mr. Copeland, you first said to her, because then she was working in 2015, when you first said to her, I need to pay some of these expenses.
June 3rd, that's when she made the first payment, so that's basically when she's...
Your Honor, if I may approach the bench.
Just a second.
Okay.
See, at the very bottom, those are when she made the payments. She was paying, had a good communication, she was paying regularly, coming $20 here, $100 here, and then just stopped. Everything just stopped.
When did it stop?
That last payment, August 9th.
August of this year?
Yeah.
When she lost her job?
No, she was still working.
And she's currently
She's currently working right now.
Where?
Can I send more evidence right here?
Absolutely.
These are the screenshots where she's working. These are the ads she's working. And here's the screenshots just going up. So she's working. A lot of the days she's supposed to pick up the boys, those are the dates she's, just scroll up. Those are all the days she's been doing it. And that's how she's been supporting herself, I believe.
Could be. Should return this. This is what I'm going to suggest that you do, Mr. Copeland. You see, what you're doing is you're coming to me, you and your former wife made an agreement instead of going to family court and saying, well, we each don't have a child living with us anymore. What we have is we have me taking care of both boys. So I need a formal order, or we can work it out. If you went to family court and got a formal order, if she was working, and she was working then, she would have had to have paid a certain amount of money to you for the support of both children. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You chose to deal with this in another way, independently, which is fine. And she was paying you bits of money, 20 here, 40 here, 100 here. But at this point, she's coming in and she's saying to me, I have no regular source of income. And if you were in family court, she would be making a request for the family court order of support to be suspended while she's unemployed, or take a certain amount of money from her unemployment insurance every week, which you would be entitled to. What kind of work do you do?
Maintenance worker? No.
You work for the same company? Explain that to me.
Prior to the beginning of the year, I was working the refineries. That's like a contractor job, off and on. So I got hired on as a maintenance worker at a bottling plant. So I full-time.
And you're remarried?
Yeah.
This is your wife? She works?
Yep.
You have any other children other than these two boys?
Yep.
How old are they?
7, 9, and 10.
And the 7, 10, and 9-year-olds are your biological
Just
children?
the youngest one.
Just the 7-year-old?
Yeah.
And the 9 and 10-year-old are yours from previous marriage, but you work?
Yes, I do work.
So it's very nice that you want to go to school, and I think it's probably a very wise idea. But you will be collecting unemployment, and this is the path that you chose. You have to pay him money out of your unemployment insurance every week. Well, how much do you intend to pay him?
I have no problem giving anything. Like, he's going after me for child support. I have to go to court on November. I just received that in the mail too. So I'll be going to child support court on November 16th, I believe. I'm going to child support. Oh yeah, 15th of November.
That will be taken care of? Yes.
I'm on a divorce. They said the child support was to be reserved. The child support I'm going after for November this is from stuff from behind us. The child support is a whole different thing.
No, it isn't.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, it isn't. If she was paying you consistently until she lost her job, which your memo, which you prepared for this case, seems to indicate, and she was in fact contributing something until her circumstance changed, and that was well over a year, right? You're going to have to go to court and get an order of support. And you can ask the court to make it retroactive to a date in August.
Okay.
And they will fix what they deem to be a reasonable order retroactively. But I'm not getting involved with, I just bought Xavier a jacket and your portion of the jacket is $25. I mean, you did the right thing by taking her to court. She should be paying child support. Your wife has children, she works, she contributes to their support. Well, so did she.
Can I approach the bench?
Sure. No, don't approach the bench. You can stand there.
Okay, thank you.
No, there.
Okay, so the reason that we had started to document this and the reason that we are coming here today is because the payments were never consistent. Just to give you an example, Robert had his braces that were coming up. The down payment was $500. I had given her a 6-month period to make that payment, which we had never received a payment towards that in 6 months.
So why didn't you go back to court then?
Because there was never a court order.
But that's what you're doing now.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So the verbal agreement was working very well for us. We were having a very good open communication. We were receiving payments, okay? That is correct. 8 months ago, we noticed that there had been a decline in her behavior. We were doing things as a family prior to that. It came abruptly to a stop. Her behavior changed 8 months ago. 4 months ago, it was complete stop of making the payments and the communication. That's why we're here today, is because we are now dealing with financial responsibility of the braces, which was...
Is what you're really talking about the braces? Because I'm telling you, I'm not getting involved in a jacket
The
Yeah,
braces?
the braces.
Crossed
The
it.
braces, yes.
Fine. Then let's talk about the braces.
Okay.
Who were the braces for?
Robert.
Now, Robert was initially your responsibility.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
lived with you. When did you have the discussion with your former wife about the braces for Robert?
January.
January.
January of this year. How much were the braces?
Here, braces.
Mrs. Copeland, how much were the braces?
I believe they were like 2,000 and something, which I have medical. I have Kaiser for the next 3 months. Even though I got laid off, I still have medical. And my Kaiser paid for some of those braces.
Just a second.
But I think it's like 2,000, something
Just
like
a second.
that.
Were the braces $2,000?
$5,800.
I'd like to see it.
That's the additional cost.
Now, you had a discussion with her in January. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yes.
Did any of her insurance cover any portion of the braces?
Yes, it did.
How much?
$1,200. It's right down the paper.
I have insurance as well that covers them.
So it was a double insurance.
Yes.
Okay, so your out-of-pocket expenses were half of this $5,800.
Yes.
Did you make any payments whatsoever other than insurance?
I believe that I did come and bring Gary some money for the braces. I don't know if it was like when I made like the $100 and something payment, but it was something towards. And I know I got it. They were like it was supposed to be 67 something a month. I was supposed to give them, and I did go and take Gary a payment.
Okay, let us say that she owes half of what the balance was, which was $2,400 after insurance, which would bring her portion down to $1,200. Did she make any payments towards the $1,200?
The one payment.
For?
$68 she gave me.
And that's what you remember? Okay. Your child support obligations are going to be fixed by a court in November. I certainly hope that the court sets an amount that's reasonable, but it should be consistent because they should be able to rely on you contributing to the support of your minor children, no different from if you were a guy who decided to go back to school. Going back to school is very nice, but you have children and you have a responsibility to them. I think that you did acknowledge that you agreed to pay for half of the unreimbursed dental costs for your son, because that's evidenced by the fact that you said, I did make a payment, right? Your portion was $1,200. If you made a $67 payment, the balance is $1,133, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Judgment for the plaintiff. They're done.
I believe that she made the right decision.
I'm happy with the decision.
I just think they're kind of money hungry right now.
For the kids, I go without and she don't.
When my kids turn 18, I don't have to deal with him anymore.
I'm happy with that.
Really choose who you have your kids with, because you have to deal with them for the rest of your life.
Do what's right for the kids and don't worry about the eggs.
Each of you tells a different story about an event that occurred a couple of years ago where you allege, Mr. Shuey, that you were injured by the defendant, who you say punched you.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is what I'm visualizing from the story, and then I'm going to let you pick it up. You were going to a restaurant.
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of restaurant?
It was a breakfast brunch cafe
Where? In what city?
in San Mateo, California.
Who were you there with?
My father, my brother, my mother, my aunt, and my uncle.
How many people were you?
6 people total, including me.
And the restaurant was busy.
Yes.
So according to what I read, you were waiting outside.
Yes, that's correct.
Were there other people also waiting outside for a table?
Yes, about 15 to 20 people.
What time of the day was it?
It was around noontime.
And what day of the week?
It was Sunday.
You remember the date?
It was the 20th of December, 2015.
And you decided that you had to use the restroom.
Yes, that's correct.
So you were going into the restaurant.
Correct.
Mr. Pogue and his family had been having brunch and were finished. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
And who were you with?
I was with my wife and our 2 sons, Isaiah and Alan.
How old are they?
They are 8 and 9 years old.
And you got up to leave, you paid your bill, and according to what I read, pretty consistent on both sides, you were holding the door open for your wife.
That's correct,
So
Your
that
Honor.
she and the children could leave.
Right.
And the appropriate thing is for you to wait until he's not holding the door for you. He's holding the door for his wife, to wait until his wife and children leave, then take the door from him and go in, right? That's not what you did. What you did was scoot past them to go into the restaurant. Not a tragedy, rude.
Sure.
And that's what he said to you.
Correct.
He said, according to you, that was rude. Is that what he said?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what did you say?
I said, I'm not rude, you're rude.
Well, so then you were wrong. because I'm telling you, you were rude.
Your Honor, he was taking a long time. When he opened the door, his wife was nowhere near the door. And because he was taking a prolonged period of time, I decided to squeeze in first.
You were rude.
Maybe so.
Right. And he called you out on it. He said you were rude. Even if you think that his wife was taking too long, you were still wrong because he wasn't rude. You think him telling you that you were rude was why he was rude?
Yes, I felt like the tone, the voice that he said that in.
You didn't like his tone?
No.
Did you grow up in California?
Yes.
They talk an awful lot about tones and feelings here in California.
Sure do.
Feelings are hurt like that. You grow up in Brooklyn, you're not so interested in your feelings. You're interested in getting across the street.
Sure.
So you didn't like his tone. So his tone you thought was rude. Now I think I have created the word picture for people out there. You're rude. No, you're rude. Pick it up from there.
Yes, Your Honor. After that, he left the restaurant. I went to the bathroom as I had planned to do, and I washed my hands. I used the toilet, and then I headed back out to...
In that order?
No, not in that order, Your Honor. Toilet first, then the sink, and then I left.
I'm just curious. I mean, it wouldn't be terrible, but
And then I went to go meet my family, who was outside. And as I was leaving the restaurant, right as I approached the front door, I saw Mr. Pogue come into the restaurant with a different outfit than I had first seen him in. And he said, "Hey, do you want to fight me? You want to challenge, tough guy?"
No.
And then I told him to back up because he was trying to get in my face. You know, he was...
Okay, and this conversation is taking place in the restaurant, outside the restaurant?
It was immediately inside the restaurant, right inside the doorway.
Is there a vestibule?
No.
So it's right at the door, but you're inside the restaurant. Okay, is the door open or closed?
Closed.
Keep going.
And then I told Mr. Pogue to back up. I said, "Hey, back up, back up, don't touch me," because he was getting really close to me.
So he got very close to you.
Yes.
And
I asked him to back up.
You told me that already.
Yes.
And
he did back up, and he turned around to leave the restaurant. And right as he stepped foot outside the restaurant, I had also stepped foot outside the restaurant, and the door closed behind us. And then Mr. Pogue suddenly turned around, and he said, "Hey, tough guy." And then he hit me in the mouth with a closed fist.
Okay. So when you said, "Hey, get away from me," who exited the restaurant first?
Mr. Pogue did.
Okay. And you were going outside to see your family.
Correct.
Now you have a nut whose family is gone. He went to the car, changed his outfit.
Correct.
To come back into the restaurant, you think, to look for you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And now you're both standing at the door. And you say he's in your face, but his back is to the door, right? And he was moving closer to you because you say he was in your face.
Correct.
And you say to him, so now you see this nut is sort of confronting you, Mr. Shu. And you say, "Get away from me. You're in my face, you're in my space." So Mr. Pogue has to turn around. So now he's facing the door, and he goes out the door.
Correct.
An intelligent young man would say, "You know what? I'm going to stay in here for a minute and let him leave." That's what an intelligent young man would do. Would say, "Well, because I haven't started with him yet. I have somebody who's aggressive, who clearly came back looking for trouble. It appears that I have averted trouble because he's leaving. I don't think I'm going to go right back to join my family. The table wasn't ready. They weren't giving it to somebody else."
Right.
So what did you go outside for?
I didn't think that there would be further
You didn't
aggression.
think?
No.
You weren't thinking all morning. You weren't thinking. You weren't thinking when you scooted in, when he was holding the door. You weren't thinking when this nut job who went to his car, changed his clothes, came back looking for a fight. You said, "You want to fight me?" And he said, "Nah, I'm leaving." And he turns around and leaves, and you follow him right outside.
Well, Your Honor, the entire confrontation happened so quickly, I didn't have time to think.
Okay. And he punched you.
Yes.
In the face.
Yes.
And this case dragged on in the criminal court for 2 years. And were there ever any charges filed?
Yes, 2 misdemeanor charges are filed, but they were dismissed due to lack of evidence.
They were dismissed. Okay, and that's why you're here now 2 years later, because you want some financial compensation for being hit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pogue, you want to tell me your version of the events?
Absolutely, I do, Your Honor.
So
the initial contact.
The initial contact we understand.
Right.
You're holding the door for your wife.
Right.
Mr. I can't wait to go to the bathroom.
Right. He walks
Scoots
through my
in.
wife. He actually physically walks through her. It's not
Well,
like
he didn't
she was.
walk through her.
He did.
He can't walk through your wife. She's not an invisible person. He can't
Well,
walk through your wife.
in terms
but he
of
walked
physically,
around her.
in her space. He actually touched her.
I got
Okay.
exactly what he did.
Okay.
I got to say, he was being stupid. It usually requires nothing more than a look. When somebody does that to me, if I'm holding the door
Right.
for one of my grandchildren and
Right.
some idiot scoots in and doesn't let that child go, I
Right.
look at him like this. Idiot.
Yeah. Well, I said it in terms of you're rude, and he got
That
close
was
enough to
actually
my
nicer
face.
than I would have done.
It wasn't. He was aggressive. He got in my face close enough to spit in my face and tell me that I'm rude. Okay.
Okay.
So
No,
at this point,
when he said no, you're rude.
exactly
I got
Yeah.
exactly
Right.
I got exactly what happened.
with the spit and
I got
the
exactly
physical.
what happened.
Okay. So I get my family to the car. I put on a jacket and I walk back in the restaurant.
There we go, Mr. Pogue. Now that's your problem.
That is a problem, only to confront him about not physically, to tell him, to reiterate with him that he was rude for what he did.
Mr. Pogue, unnecessary. Do you agree?
I agree.
And let me tell you who else told you it was unnecessary. She did, because you go to the car, you put her in the car with your 2 children. Did you tell him, forget it, let it go? No. That's what I'm asking you. That's either a yes or a no. Did you tell him, forget it, let it go?
Yes.
Stand up for 1 minute. I'm not trying to put you in difficult circumstance. Were you annoyed that he left you and the boys in the car while he went back to confront this guy?
Well, you know, the problem is that the car was right there, like 5 steps
to get
off, you know, from the door. So it was really fast. He just went there, opened the door for me again in the car, and then he went back in.
How could somebody so polite? You know, I've been married for 40 years. I've been opening car doors for myself for 40 years. You have somebody who holds the door open for you?
He's a good husband.
Right?
Yes.
And opens the car door for you?
Yes.
So from where you were sitting in the car, you could see what was going on?
Well, you know...
That's either a yes or a no.
To tell you the truth, no.
Good. That's all. I know. I want you to lie to me. Now, you put on a jacket to go and confront him.
Not to confront him, Your Honor, to tell him that he was to reiterate that he was rude again.
I think that the word you used before was to confront him, to reiterate that he was rude.
Right. Confront doesn't always mean physically.
I didn't say it was physical.
Okay.
Keep going.
So
Yeah.
I walked in the restaurant. The young man was standing inside the door, obviously waiting for his table. He was not walking out the door. I walked up to him. I told him he was rude again. Again, he approached me in my face, backed me out the door. I told him to take his hands off me. He's
Just
close
said,
enough.
when he backed you out the door,
Right.
where were his hands?
On my body.
Where on your body?
On my torso. He's leaning over me. This kid stands 6'3". He's leaning over me. He backed me up 10, 15 feet out the door. Told him again to take his hands off me. At that point, he didn't. He kept coming forward.
Okay.
I did not punch him. I struck him with a forearm. That's how
Whether you
close he
punched
was
him or
to
not,
me.
if he put his hands on you first, then he deserved whatever he got. Do you understand?
Yes, of course.
Did you put your hands on him is my question.
Absolutely not.
I'd like to see the police report.
Sure. Here's the police report.
Okay. Did you have a medical bill, Mr. Shue?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to take a look at it.
Sure. Your Honor, if I could explain the bill. As a result of the attack and the punch to my face, I was wearing braces at the time. And
I know, the police officer noticed a small scratch inside your cheek.
actually, I have photos that show the laceration, and the laceration was
I'd like to see it.
not what I would describe as small.
I suppose that depends upon whether it's happened to you or somebody else.
Sure.
This is your problem, Mr. Pogue. Your problem is it was all over. I read the police report. Have you read it?
I have not had a chance to read it. They
Well,
wouldn't
I'd
allow
like
me
you to
have
read it. There was a person who was there, who was a witness, who was interviewed by the police. Because when the police came, of course, your story was that he put his hands on you first. He may have gotten the short end of the stick after a confrontation, but he placed his hands on you first. My problem with your behavior, Mr. Pogue, is that you shouldn't have gone back into the restaurant. And not only shouldn't you have gone back into the restaurant, but you went back into the restaurant after changing your clothes, putting on a jacket and a beanie, had a jacket, beanie, and a toothpick.
Your
right?
Honor, it was December. It was 30 degrees outside.
Your wife just told me that the car was 5 feet away from the restaurant. That's what she just told me. So you didn't have to get all warmed up to go inside 5 feet. You actually walked into the restaurant. It didn't change that much in temperature. If anything, it usually gets warmer during the day. So when you went into the restaurant, it was colder. You went into the restaurant without a jacket. When you went back and dropped your wife off, what you want me to believe is the world stopped turning on the axis the way it usually does. It got colder after brunch. Now, you're a grown man, Mr. Pogue. If somebody calls you rude and you think that they're rude, that comes under the category of sticks and stones will break my bones. You thought that you were going to change his impression of your behavior, calling him rude. Nothing that you would have said to him was going to change. He is very sure of himself. I think his behavior was silly, but your behavior was stupid, and your behavior caused this incident. Judgment
Your
for
Honor,
the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. We're done.
I think the young man learned a valuable lesson that day.
I think her decision was excellent. She clearly saw through this man's intentions.
Look at the man. He stands 6'3" tall. I'm 5'9".
He came looking for a fight.
I'm a grown man. I can take care of myself.
He has no excuse to hit someone.
I always get nervous when I see people with a whole lot of papers in front of them, especially people who have been in an ongoing custody problem for 2 years. So I'm going to simplify this for you, because sometimes in this job I have to handle cases that I know absolutely nothing about historically. I know everything about this case, despite the fact I've never seen you. The two of you were together, you had a child, and you separated in 2015. And since that time, there has been an ongoing acrimonious relationship which culminated just recently in a custody decision. So far, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. And the custody decision was something that you didn't like, because it awarded Mr. Kittle, according to what I read, 50-50 custody. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is something that you did not initially agree to.
It's okay with me that the decision was
That's
made.
not what I said. I said you did not initially agree with it. The answer is, if you initially agreed with it, it wouldn't have been in court for how long?
It's a year and a half, so almost
A year and a half. Because if you would agreed with, is it a boy or a girl?
A boy.
If you agreed with your sons spending half the time with each parent, you wouldn't have been in court for a year and a half. That a fair statement?
Yes.
Okay. So now, this is what your lawsuit is for. First of all, how old was your son when you separated?
2.
2.
And I'm not going to ask Ms. Kraft this question because she didn't give me a truthful answer when she swore to her complaint. How long were the two of you living together prior to separating?
3.5 years.
That is untrue, Judge.
What?
That is untrue.
I read what you wrote here. Mr. Kittle,
Yes,
when
ma'am.
your son was born, was Ms. Kraft living with you?
Yes, she was.
Was his birth a natural birth?
Yes,
Who took her to the hospital?
I did.
Not her mother.
No, not her mother.
You did.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know she said that.
Just a second.
I'm sorry.
Just a second.
Okay.
You did.
Yes.
I never said my mother took me. We were on our way to a barbecue at his father's house that day.
Listen to me. I don't believe a word of what's in your papers. Do you understand? You said, I never lived with him. I always lived with my mother, but all my things and my son's things were at his house just because.
Not all my things.
Let me see.
Some of my things.
Just a second. What you said was, Christopher and I dated for 4 years, have a 3-year-old son. We never lived together, but I was keeping my and my son's stuff there, furniture, TV, toys, etc., at his house because I was living with my mother.
Because we were planning on moving in together and getting married and having a
I don't
family.
believe what you're saying. Anyway, 2 years later, you want all this stuff back.
I wanted it back
I'm not
from day
asking you a
one.
question. I told you I don't believe you. You just have to understand. I read it. I didn't believe it when I read it. And I for sure don't believe it now. Because there's no question. Son was born. He drove you to the hospital. Who took her home from the hospital?
I did.
Of course.
I have a
And when
text.
you...
Sorry.
I'll get to you. I mean, if you want to make a fool of yourself, you can do that. I'll be more than happy to let you do that. When you took her home from the hospital with your son, was there a room ready for your son?
Yes.
Was there a crib there?
Yes.
Who bought it?
Her aunt bought the crib.
Her aunt bought the crib.
Right.
And had it delivered where?
To my house.
Her
That
aunt
is
who?
incorrect.
Her aunt who?
I don't remember her name. Her dad's sister. I don't remember her name. Laura, I think it is.
It was delivered to my house. It has the address, and I have a receipt with my address on it at my mother's house.
I don't care. I don't believe you. Neither did the family court judge. That's why he was awarded 50-50 custody.
I have a message from Christopher claiming that I never lived at his house.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Now, if that's your case, was there a trial with regard to custody?
Yes, ma'am, there was.
Did each of you have an attorney?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
You have an attorney?
Yes.
How many witnesses did you call? Called yourself?
Yes.
Who else?
My mother.
Who else?
I think that was it. They also called police officers.
They called the police officers from an incident allegedly 2 years ago.
Yes.
And after the entire case, what happened to the temporary restraining order that you filed against him?
It got dismissed.
Dismissed.
Mhm.
Okay. And how many allegations did you file against him with the Department of Children and Family Services?
2.
And what happened with those cases?
I'm not sure. I think
Nothing.
they were, nothing.
Nothing. And the judge, after you filed those cases, awarded him half custody. What days do you have your son with you?
It was 5 or 6 DCFS reports, and I have my kid Friday. Every Friday we swap, so it's 50-50. So I pick him up at 6 p.m. on Friday, and then, vice versa.
And how long has that been going on?
Since she did the order of protection on me, so 2 years.
So that's been in effect for 2 years.
Yes. They consolidated both the custody and the order of protection to save us some money.
When was this final order delivered by the court after the
March
trial?
31st. The judgment you're talking about, the custody judgment?
I'd like to see it, please.
Okay.
And the order of protection ended November 18th, 2016.
And I highlighted with the juicy stuff.
And I never objected
I'm not
to
s-
the 50. Sorry.
These were the findings of the court after a full trial. Although the parties never married, they lived together for the first 2 years of life and were engaged to be married. They split up in the fall of 2015, and mother moved in with her mother. After this case was filed, a temporary order of protection which provided for week-on, week-off parenting time. So that's what the judge found. I didn't even read this. After a full trial, that's what the court found, that you and defendant lived together.
So it doesn't even matter that he admitted I never lived with him and I have that message?
Listen to me carefully. It matters to me what the court found after a full trial.
But we're not here about custody right now because it's still an open case.
I'm not listening to you. I'm reading. You have another child from another relationship who was living with whom when you were living with Mr. Kittle?
With me and my mother, and we'd stay
Okay,
the night
so
at
the
Mr.
child-
Kittle's house.
I can't get a straight answer from you. Who was the child living with?
With me.
Her older child.
Yes.
He was not. He was
I'm not
attending
listening to
school in
you.
Belleville. He doesn't have any proof that I was living with him either, and I have
Very
proof
good. Your
that I
case is
wasn't.
dismissed. Primarily because you didn't listen 3 times when I told you not to speak. But mostly because you have no case. And you better get used to the fact that when you make a baby with somebody, that baby has 2 parents.
I understand.
Not just, no, clearly you don't. Clearly you don't. Because after everything was done and you got a final custody decision, which I haven't even finished reading, but it was clear that the judge didn't believe a lot of what you said from my quick perusal of this decision. What happens, unless you learn to get along with each other and co-parent this child is, and I'm telling you from reading what little I did from this judge's order, he's going to end up with full custody of the child because this judge is not going to take nonsense from you. It's clear to me. I'm just telling you, this judge who heard your case is not going to take nonsense from you. If you find a reason to fudge with the custody arrangement, because this man is not giving up. And what happens in situations like this is if there is an obstreperous parent who undercuts another parent, what's going to happen is you're going to lose custody of this child. I just want you to understand. I'm giving you the benefit of my crystal ball. He's keeping all the stuff that's in his house.
Even though
the
I have
judge found
receipts.
I don't care if you have receipts. I don't care if you have toilet paper from here to Pluto. The judge found that you lived together and that you were unemployed since 2008. Do you want me to read the finding?
Yes, my mother bought all the
right
items.
here.
I even have bank statements.
Mother lives in Belleville with her mother, her brother, her 8-year-old son was born of a previous relationship. Mother is a student. She was last employed in 2008. So that when you were living with him, when you were living with him for 2 years, unless you had some other form of income, he was supporting you.
My mother.
Your case is dismissed.
He
Listen to me.
never-
Listen to me.
he
Her
never
case
supported
is
anything of mine.
dismissed.
I got to
Listen to me carefully. I read your counterclaim, which you would never have filed but for this ridiculous lawsuit that she filed.
No.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Because I
just wanted to be over.
What? You want it over.
Right.
I understand that, and you're right.
I just want my property.
You can't have it. It's not yours.
It is mine. I
Your
have
case is
receipts for it,
dismissed.
and it
We're
was
done.
paid
Put her
for.
out.
Ma'am, you're excused.
You're withdrawing your counterclaim, correct? Yes, you are.
Oh, well, the deductible. Can I just...
We're done.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Burns, this is your complaint. You had purchased a car.
Yes.
You were behind in the payments.
Yes.
Mr. Kimball owns a tow truck, and it is his job on behalf of lending institutions to repossess property that has not been paid for. So your car was parked either on the street or in your house.
Yes, in front of my house.
And this was September 25th last year. Neighbor came to you in your house and said, someone's taking your car. You got outside and you saw Mr. Kimball in his tow truck down the street with your car attached.
No.
Tell me where you saw his car.
I observed Mr. Kimball at the end, like a block away on the passenger side of my car, removing items. At the same time, I was talking to the police when the neighbor had came and got me. I live in a high crime neighborhood area, and first thing she said, it's a black tow truck, and they took your car and went and rode off.
So the car was attached to the tow truck.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Now, at the time, you knew that you were behind in payments on the car.
Actually, I had spoken with the guy who...
At the time, you were behind in payments on the car. You acknowledge it.
Yes,
here.
I knew I owed some.
Right. So, an intelligent man would know that if you were behind in payments on the car, they may come and get it. Not definitely, but they may come and get it. Well, that was what he was hired for. Who hired you to do this job?
Northwest Repossession.
Do you know who hired Northwest Repossession?
The company would be Quality Auto Sales.
Did you buy your car at Quality Auto Sales?
Yes.
Well, they're the people that hired his company to get their property back. So tell me what you did.
Okay, when I observed Mr. Kimball at the end of the block removing items, I caught him on the passenger side of my car. At the same time, I was talking to 911 because I figured my car was being stolen. I had spoke to the person who I previously bought the car from, and everything was fine.
I don't believe that, and you don't have that person here.
Okay.
Okay, because the person that you bought the car from hired his company to repossess your car.
Okay, at the same time.
Okay. So now, just tell me what you did.
Okay, I talked to the police. I asked him who was he. He never identified who he was.
Just a second. I want to know what you did. You ran to the end of the block where he was.
No, we drove to the end of the block and I observed him.
Who drove?
My wife did.
So your wife drove in her car?
Yes.
To the end of the block, and then what did you do?
I was on the phone with 911 and I told them that I see the guy right there.
Just a second. I didn't ask you what you told anybody.
Okay, I
said,
didn't do
what
anything. I approached him and asked him who was he.
Just a second. So you approached him?
Yes.
Where was he when you approached him?
The passenger side of the car.
And what did he say to you?
He didn't say anything. He just got up and ran around to the driver's side of the tow truck. And by me living in a high crime neighborhood area, if he would have told me who he was, the situation would have been ended. He didn't identify himself or who he was or who had sent him. It's normally known in my neighborhood. I just live in Chicago. High crime area, and they known for taking cars on tow trucks and driving off. You never find your car again. I asked him who was he. He never identified himself in a professional manner. So I proceeded to talk to the police. I'm like, he right here. He tried to run around and jump in the car. When he jumped in the tow truck, he tried to close the door, and I'm like, he never identified. I'm like, who are you? I'm steady asking him, who is he? He never said anything. So I'm telling the police. Next thing I know, he put the truck in drive and almost hit me with the tow truck. So I had to grab on to the handle. It's a safety bar. on the side of the tow truck when he drove off like in a high rate of speed. So I wasn't finna let him get out of my sight because he never identified himself. I feel if he would have identified himself.
I know that you said that already. What I'm hearing is, and reading,
Yes.
that you wrote, you jumped on the sideboard.
Yes.
Okay, you jumped on the sideboard and held onto the sideboard.
Yes.
And he was driving off.
Yes.
At a high rate of speed.
Yes.
And then what happened?
He veered on the south side of the street, crashing into some parked cars with me stuck in between the doors.
Now you tell me your version, because we'll get to what the lawsuit is about, because he filed charges against you for assault.
Yes.
You say that they were false. Now he's going to tell me his version of the events. Go.
Hi, Your Honor.
Okay, you were hired, that's your job, to repossess property that hasn't been paid for.
Correct.
You got an order to pick up his car.
Correct.
Start from there.
Okay, so I picked the vehicle up, Your Honor. About 7 blocks away, I secured the vehicle.
How many blocks away from his house?
About 7 blocks.
Go ahead.
So as I was securing the vehicle to my tow truck, Mr. Burns came up to me, and he was very defensive.
Don't tell me what you thought about his posture.
Okay, he asked me, what were you doing? What are you doing?
And what did you say?
I said, sir, your car's up for repossession. He said, the car's not up for repossession. He got aggressive, started coming towards me. I backed up. I kept backing up, and I went in my truck. He said, put the vehicle down before I beat your, excuse my language. I told him I can't put the vehicle down until I close the door. He did not want to hear that. He stood on the running board. I put the vehicle on drive because it was already secure. I started driving at a slow speed. He grabbed onto the steering wheel, and then we had smacked into a car. Prior to this, before he had jumped on a running board, he hit me in my side about 2 or 3 times.
Where was he when he hit you in your side?
He's standing on the running board of the truck.
Okay, so he's standing on the running board of the truck, and you're inside the truck.
Correct, I'm sitting.
And he's standing on the running board.
Correct.
And how did he hit you?
He punched me to the side, so like in my ribs. So if I'm sitting here right now, and he's standing right here, he would hit me in my side.
Where was the car that he drove up in?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
You didn't see a car?
Well, he was parked in the street, in the city streets, so every car is parallel parking. There's tons of...
From his house, he said his wife drove him to where you were.
Okay.
Did you see her?
When he approached, there was a female in the car, yes.
Did you see what she was doing as this was going on?
She was just sitting in the vehicle.
Now, when you say you secured the vehicle, what do you have to do to secure the vehicle?
You have to put a safety chain on the vehicle, so the vehicle, when you drive away, it doesn't fall off. So
Okay.
for safety
But you did, in fact, drive it away a certain,
Yes.
you said a few blocks.
Correct.
How was it attached to the tow truck then?
Well, because when you pick the vehicle up, it has claws, a mechanism that sits where the tires are. So it sits on the tow truck. You can continue to drive away, but you go to a certain distance to secure it. This way, when you're on the highway or something, you know, if the car, if it was to fall off, it's not going to hit somebody or et cetera.
Okay. So then you stopped, when you felt it was safe, you stopped to secure it.
Correct.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to take a look at it. And do you have the work order to pick up the
Yes,
car?
I do.
I'd also like to take a look at that. Do you have any other police report?
No, this is all they gave me, ma'am.
Do you have any police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see it.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
Upon the accident, when the police arrived on the scene, I left in the ambulance because I was injured. And when I got there, they signed me out, and they came with that charge that he talking about that I hit him. That's what the officer said. Not the police officer, but the sergeant, because the other officers was like, man, we didn't even have time for this. You know, you should have left the scene. That's what the black officers, they was just saying all type of observe.
Just a second. Don't tell me what anybody said to you,
Okay.
Mr. Burns.
Okay.
You were wrong.
No.
You were wrong.
No,
He
ma'am.
had authorization to take, just pay attention.
Okay.
He had authorization to take your car. You had no business. You had no business to get on the running board of his truck to endanger him, other people that may be out there. I know you're shaking your head no. I know you're shaking your head no. Bottom line is, he had the right to have possession of your car. That's what this order says. He had the right to have possession of your car. You had no right to take control of his car by getting on the running board. And because you did that, you caused an accident. Miss Russell, did you and Mr. McNulty ever live together?
Yes, we did.
From when to when?
We lived together from September 1st to November 12th.
Of last year?
Yes, of 2016.
But that was after your daughter was born?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm talking about prior to her birth.
No.
And at the time that she was born, were you and the defendant still dating?
No.
When had you stopped dating?
In September of 2015.
Your complaint indicated, the first couple of lines, that Mr. McNulty did not know he had a child due to some, use the word mix-up, for the first 4 months of her life. Was that a mix-up because there was someone else who was originally named as the father?
There was. I was dating someone.
Okay. So there was someone else who was named as the father. And what prompted you to take another step towards finding that Mr. McNulty, who actually had a paternity test, was the father of the child?
He contacted me asking for it, paternity test.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Honestly, it was crazy how I found out about it. I just found out through a picture online, and I saw that the child looked like me, and I just kind of had this crazy hunch that it might be mine, so I contacted her and got the paternity test done. And
just a minute. When you contacted her, where was she living?
It was Lafayette, Indiana, which is about an hour and a half from me, almost 2 hours.
With whom?
Her sister.
And in what month was that?
I can't tell you exactly. I want to say it was around September.
So you're talking about September of 2016?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when you found out that this little girl was yours, according to what I read, you invited her to come to move into your house.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
I invited her to be closer to my daughter, and I told her that she could live with me until she got on her feet, found her own place. I wanted to be closer to my daughter, and I just wanted to be friends with her, co-parent.
Do you have any other children?
I do not.
Do you have any other children?
No.
And I assume you didn't have your own place to live?
Not at the time, no.
When you moved into Mr. McNulty's house, you have a house?
Yes, ma'am.
How many bedrooms are in the house?
3.
Your daughter had 1 bedroom?
Correct.
Did you have the other?
Yes.
And Mr. McNulty the third?
Yes.
So you were living there as 2 parents of a child. You were not a couple. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
Okay. Now, an incident occurred in September wherein you claimed that Mr. McNulty damaged your car, took your cell phone, and threw your property out.
He threw some of my belongings out, not all of them, and it was in November.
Would you like to explain to me, Miss Russell, why this man who actually tried, at least on the surface, tried to do everything in an appropriate fashion, contacted you to find out whether he had a child, bore the expense probably of a paternity test, found out that this was in fact his child, and you were, for all intents and purposes, homeless. You didn't have your own residence. He invited you to come to stay in his house, your own bedroom, because he wanted to, he uses the word co-parent, he wanted to be closer to his child. You want to tell me why he would do such dastardly things? You want to tell me what happened?
He came home with a woman, and I told her to leave, and she didn't know that there was a baby and another woman there. So she agreed to leave.
She didn't know there was a baby and another woman there?
Yes.
You mean you, the other woman?
Yes, me and my child. She had no idea we were there, and she gladfully left.
Okay.
He, in a rage, headbutted me twice, threw me against a wall. I got away from him by pushing all I could away from the wall. And running to get my cell phone to call the police, which I did. The operator told me to go into the...
Don't tell me what the operator told you.
I went into my daughter's bedroom. There are no locks on any of the doors in the house, not even the bathroom. So I tried holding her door shut until the police arrived. And I was instructed to get out of the house.
Don't tell me what you were instructed to do.
Okay.
Just tell me what you did, what he said to you, what you said to him.
So I was able to get out of the house with our daughter, and the police came. They took our statements, and they instructed him not...
Don't tell me what they said unless you have a police report.
I do have,
I'd like to take a look at it. Well, it appears that from the police reports, at least, after speaking to you, that you did not report to the police that he head-butted you twice. What the police officer noted after conversation with you, that you told the female to leave. She stated that Corey became angry, pushed her, and put his forehead against hers. That's what the officer said.
That was incorrect.
That's what the officer said. She had no complaint of pain and no visible marks of abuse. She further stated she really didn't want him going to jail, but separated from her for the night. He argued with the police, probably a little drunk, but
I was
totally
more
wrong.
upset
Not
about getting kicked out of my own
wrong
house.
that you were being kicked out of your own house, where plaintiff neither pays any of the bills,
Yes,
nor
ma'am.
is it her home. However, you did separate to the extent that you slept it off in the garage.
No, negative, ma'am.
Where did you sleep?
I went to my buddies down the street after the police officer told me to leave. He gave me the option to go to jail or leave, so I left.
Okay. Did you come back the next morning?
Yes, ma'am.
What time?
It was around 7:30.
Okay. And when he came back at 7:30, I want you to tell me what happened.
He never left. I saw him walk in through the garage, which he was sleeping in his sleeping bag in the garage.
Fine. So he was, but he didn't bother you. Whether he was sleeping at his friend's down the street or in a sleeping bag in the garage, he wasn't near you for the rest of the night.
He was instructed not to come into the house.
Listen to me carefully. Not to come into his own home. Let's move on. You have 3 complaints. Your complaint is that he took your phone.
Yes.
That he damaged your car. And that he has your stuff. I've read the police reports. So let me tell you what the police say you told them. The second police report indicates that you went to the police because he was still there. And when the police came back with you because you couldn't find your cell phone. And when you came back with a police officer who notes that Miss Russell advised that she wanted to gather a few things from the home and that she would be going to stay with a family friend. That was the next morning. Officer Vasquez went back to Miss Russell's residence and observed Corey had placed all of her belongings in bags outside of the residence. Miss Russell gathered what she could fit in her vehicle and advised she would need to come back later for the rest of the items. Miss Russell further advised that she noticed a dent in her 2007 Jeep Patriot and believed Corey may have done it, but wasn't for sure.
I was certain.
Just a second. That's what it says here. Noticed a dent. She believed he might have done it, wasn't for sure. Miss Russell was able to leave the scene without incident. I want you to tell me, what proof do you have for the 3 things we're talking about? What proof do you have that he took your phone?
So when I went to sleep the morning of the incident, when he was supposed to leave the house, all 3 of the bedroom doors in the hallway were open. When I woke up, one was closed, and my phone that was sitting on my nightstand on my charger was gone.
Where's her phone?
I don't know, ma'am. The police escorted me out of the premises.
Next. I don't care.
Next.
The police escorted him out. The next thing that happened was 7 o'clock in the morning. You saw him walking in from the garage. Okay. Dent on the Jeep. I don't care.
Next.
The police escorted him out. The next thing that happened was 7 o'clock in the morning. You saw him walking in from the garage. Okay. Dent on the Jeep.
He admitted to me that he did it.
Okay. When was that?
The morning of around 7:30, before when I was on my way out to go to the police station to make the report. I looked at my vehicle and I angrily said, "You dented my Jeep," and he said, "Oh well."
I did not say that, ma'am, no.
Next.
Next. The officer who made the note that all of my things were on the porch, they were not all of my things. I did not go into the house and collect my things. Him and his stepfather put my clothes in bags and some of my small belongings. I even have a picture
Just a second. Do you want to tell me what you claim he still has that belongs to you?
I have a list.
Tell me.
So I have my dineware set, my wine glasses, all of my kitchen utensils, all of my cookware, all of my baking pans, crock pot, oven mitts.
Just a second. When did you move in with all that stuff?
When he came to get me at my sister's, his grandmother paid for a moving truck, and my sister helped us move all of my belongings from her apartment into the moving truck, which we brought to his house, which has all of these items.
Okay. Can I see that bird?
And I also have
I
have a picture, if you want the pictures.
Do you have her TV?
I do not, ma'am. I have enough TVs in my house to
Just a
need
second.
another.
Did she move in with the TV?
She did.
Where is it?
I put everything of hers on the front porch, and she left it there for a couple days, so.
So you don't know where it is?
I left it out there, and I told her it's her problem to get it. I didn't put it on the garbage.
Well,
or
but you
nothing.
know a TV was not noted by the police.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that? Okay. Do you have anything in your home now
I do not.
that belongs to her? Okay. Now I'm going to see the bill for the 47-inch TV. I'd like to see the paid bill for it.
I also have a picture coming up that has my placemats and a picture of him with those placemats just 2 weeks ago for the items that he says he does not have in his home.
Okay. So the television set was $479.91. What are these things?
Everything on the list is stuff I've purchased, but the ones that I highlighted are the ones that he still has in his possession.
And what's this supposed to be a picture of?
That picture matches the small photograph. The photograph has my placemats at my apartment. He has the exact same placemats in that picture at his house. It's proof that he does still have my items that he is claiming he does not have.
I don't care. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $994. We're done.
Your Honor, I
We're
still have
done.
evidence.
We're done.
What about my vehicle?
He's not paying for your vehicle because I have a police report where you say I have a dent in my car. I think Corey did it, but
I didn't
have no.
say that to the police officer.
Well, that's
though.
what the police officer says. We're done. Mr. Siebold, Miss Clark is the daughter of your girlfriend,
Yes.
and she has 2 children, 2 small children.
Yes, that is correct.
There came a time when, for whatever circumstances, she came to live with you with her 2 children.
Correct.
When was that?
That was in late of 2016.
And when did she leave your residence?
That would be in October of 2017.
So she lived there for a while.
Yes.
Your complaint is twofold. You say that she's responsible for you having to break a window in your car.
Correct.
Because of something that happened with one of her children.
Correct.
And the child was in danger. So you had to break the window in order to extricate the child from the car. You're going to tell me what happened. When did that happen?
That happened in August of 2017.
No, that happened June 8th.
Is she correct?
As far as I'm aware, to my knowledge, it was in August.
Whatever it is, she lived there subsequent to either June or August for several months.
Correct.
Second part of your claim is for cost of getting a dumpster to remove some property that she left behind when she moved out. All right, why don't you tell me whether it was in August or June, why don't you tell me about the incident that occurred that required you to break your own car window?
Okay. On the dating question, basically, I was upstairs.
Not basically.
Well, upstairs, I was in my room, and then Ms. Clark comes upstairs and says, Michael, I've locked Brooklyn in the car. My response was,
just a second, I've locked
the kids in the car. And I said, okay.
Just a second. Do you remember that? No. You don't remember going upstairs to get him and saying, I've locked the kids in the car? You tell me how it happened. Because you did lock the kids in the car.
No.
Who did?
My mom.
Okay, where were you?
I was following close behind her. I was getting the
Just
diaper.
a second, so you were there?
No, I was getting the diaper bag ready.
What?
The diaper bag.
Don't move. Well, that's not what you say in your answer. You say in your answer, Michael had given the keys to the car to my mother, who went with me to the car and put my daughter in her car seat, who went with me.
I was following close behind her. I was getting the diaper bag ready. I went downstairs and my mom was banging on the car window with my daughter locked inside.
Where was Michael?
Upstairs.
Who went to get him?
My mom.
Your mother or you? And what were you doing?
I was outside in the driveway with my daughter.
Who was in the car?
Yes.
So your mother went to get Michael?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
No.
She went to get him?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. So as Ivory came up to tell me that the child was locked in the car, first response out of my mouth was, you need to call a locksmith. So I go downstairs. I'm getting dressed. I'm rushing down so I can go down to see what's going on. Brooklyn, who is in the back passenger seat.
How old is she?
At that time, she was probably just a little bit over a year, maybe. And she had the keys in her hand. And I'm like, Brooklyn, can you push the button? She's pushing the lock key because it simply makes the noise. Well, with my car, once you disable it, if you push the lock key too many times, you can't get in. So the locksmith showed up. So the locksmith comes in. He tries to jimmy the passenger door. He can't do it with the Slim Jim. At the same time, they're on the driver's side with me. We're trying to see if we can get inside. Tina is on the other side, on the passenger side, and she says, Michael, something's wrong. And I said, what do you mean? She says, Brooklyn just passed out. So I go to the other side. Brooklyn's passed out. She's kind of leaning to the side. My response was, I need to break my window. So I go to the garage, I grab a hammer, and I smash the hammer about 3 or 4 times into the window. I'm able to bust open the window. Once we get Brooklyn out, Tina grabs Brooklyn, takes her to the garage where there's some shade. So we're waking her up, giving her some water, making sure she's okay. Meanwhile, Miss Clark is standing in the driveway, just kind of standing there and not really doing anything. So I kind of looked at her and I said, okay, this was your fault. You handed the keys to the car to the daughter while you're putting her in the car. I said, you're going to pay for my window. And she says, okay, I understand. And I said, now when we're done, I'm going to go get some dummy keys made so we can go and make sure this doesn't happen again. After that, following day, I scheduled for a window to come in. The window repair guy had to take it to my mom's house. He brought the window, repaired it. Following day after that, I had to go and get the dummy keys made.
Do you have a bill for the window?
Yes, I do, ma'am. And I also have a picture of the damaged window if you'd like to see it.
I'd like to see it. Which window did you break?
This was the front passenger window. And I also have text messages between me and Ms. Clark about the window and her paying me.
May I see it?
Yeah. This is when she was stating after she gets her taxes.
Well, you told him you would pay for the window.
I probably did, but I don't remember.
Okay. Now let's get to the dumpster. You moved out on what date?
I don't remember.
What date did you move out?
It was in late October of 2017.
And what did you have to get a dumpster for?
Well, Ms. Clark, when she left, she ended up leaving some stuff in the room. She left some mattresses and she left all kinds of trash and junk and things inside the room. Also, when she was living with us, she ended up causing some damage to some of my furniture.
I don't want to hear about that.
Okay.
I don't want to hear about while she was living with you. So she left mattresses and some other junk.
Yes. I have pictures of the room of what
I'd
it
like
looked
to
like.
see it.
So there's tons of different items inside the room, but the reason why we had to get a dumpster was because we can't throw the mattresses in the regular trash, because where we're at, you have to have a dumpster big enough for all the mattresses to fit in there, but not go over the top.
The mattresses were not mine.
Whose are they?
His. He paid for them a long time ago.
Well, that doesn't mean that they're not yours. Did he pay for them and give them to you to use?
I was underage. They are not mine. It was not my responsibility to take them with me.
What about this? Is this your responsibility?
Yeah. I wasn't worried about cleaning up the room.
Just a second. I'm just asking you, is this your mess?
Yeah, when I left.
Okay. How much did you pay for the dumpster?
Dumpster in total was $310.
May I see the bill, please?
Yes. And then I also do have a quote for the Sidewinder keys if you want to see that.
What?
The Sidewinder keys that were needed?
No, I don't care about that. Did you use the dumpster for any of your own things?
The most that we used it for was for hers.
That's not what I asked you. Did you use the dumpster for any of your own things?
The furniture that was ruined due to the time she was living there, I threw some of it in there. We haven't done everything yet because it's already getting on the way.
Just a second. Is the dumpster still there?
It hasn't been delivered. They have a specific drop date that is being delivered. We had to wait based off of their time frame. So everything was paid for. Everything's been sitting there.
Very good. So
everything's in the garage ready to
$250
go.
for the window, and you are getting rid of some of your own things in the dumpster.
It's everything
Yes,
of
I was
hers.
told that they had gotten...
Shh, don't speak. Well, you just told me that you were getting rid of some of your own things. You said some of my things, but that they damaged when they were living there.
Right, because it's no longer usable.
Those are your things that you are disposing of.
It's not by choice. That's the problem.
I don't care.
It's not by choice.
I don't care. The truth of the matter is she's living with her mother and her mother's grandchildren.
Well, technically, they're living
Just a
with
second.
me. The house
I don't
is
care.
mine.
With your consent. But
Correct.
she is living with her mother, with her grandchildren.
Correct.
With your consent if it's your house. But if she's living there for over a year, you may have had some sort of a kerfuffle in October. But if you were dissatisfied with the way she was taking care of the property while you were living there, you should have told her she had to move well before October or September or August or June. Do you understand? And if you're getting rid of the furniture now, that's your problem. Now, this is a mess. Did you clean this up?
Yes.
It's a question. So just let's be clear. Now you're going to give me easy answers that I can put in a box.
Okay.
Where did you put all the stuff?
Everything is in the garage.
All this junk is in the garage.
Except for the trash bags.
Is what you're telling me that even the stuff that was pretty disposable, you just didn't put in trash and put out?
No, everything that could be thrown away at the time was thrown away. We had other trash that was in the garage from Miss Clark when she had moved in. So all of that is combined with what was in the room and some other furniture and things that she had throughout the house.
Okay, so she's going to pay for half the dumpster. Now, what I gather from what you say to me, sir, is that nothing has been disposed of yet.
Right, because they have to drop the
Not a
dumpster.
because. What I'm gathering from what you say, nothing has been disposed of yet.
Correct.
So far, she owes you $400. That includes half the dumpster. Now, you have a counterclaim. He's not giving you any money. What property do you want back?
All of my children's things.
What?
My children's things.
What things?
A jumper, a walker, a playmat, a booster, a bumbo, the playpen.
You have all those things? I assume you haven't thrown those things away.
A lot of the things that were damaged, that were busted, we threw out.
Just a second. She just listed a whole bunch of things. Do you have any of those things? A playpen?
I don't.
A jumper?
No, we don't have a playpen. When she came back to get her stuff.
Just a second. Its stuff is here. I see it.
Can I see the photo?
It. It's a bit. Yeah, you gave it to me.
Right. When she came back, when she left in October, she came back 3 days later. And when she came back with Mr. Padilla over there. They came back, grabbed the dresser, the playpen, and a few other items that they did not take.
When they initially left.
Your Honor.
Right.
Stand up, sir. Stand up. Move over here.
Okay.
Move
All
over
right.
here. Now you're two people, two very strong people, and you came back 3 days after, or 4 days after, or 5 days after you moved out.
We did not go back. So he gave us that night to remove all of her belongings.
Just a second. So what you're telling me is you did not go back to the
No,
residence?
we were not allowed back at the residence. We were not allowed inside of the residence after we were kicked, or after she was kicked out. So that night.
Where were you staying?
Where was I staying? At my mom's house. That was where I lived
What is
with
that?
at the time.
What were you doing there?
What was I doing there that night that I went to go back to get her?
Well, go back.
I mean,
Get
I was
her
trying to help her out. I mean, I'm not going to let my girlfriend just be on the streets, you know? And that's what they were doing. But he gave us that.
Just a second. What is it that was left in the house that you need now? I assume you live together?
Yes.
That you need now for your children that's in the house. I'm asking, don't look at her list. I'm asking you, what is it that you need now for your children that was left in the house?
We had to go repurchase everything.
You bought whatever you needed.
Yes.
So you don't need anything that's there.
No.
Shh, good. Fine. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $400. Your counterclaim's dismissed. We're done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Johnson, you and Ms. Page are connected because you each have a child who has the same father.
Yes.
Would that be you?
Yes.
And it is your claim that the defendant came to the house. You live together?
No. Well, as of now, yes.
As of?
Back when the case happened, yeah, we did live together.
And while you were living together, it is your claim that the defendant came over one evening, assaulted you, and vandalized your car.
Yes.
The defendant denies she was even in town on the night that she's alleging that this happened. And she has a counterclaim. She says that you've been harassing her. She believes that you somehow vandalized her car with some foreign object in her gas tank. She's got a counterclaim. Okay, when did this incident happen?
On May 5th.
Of this year?
Yes.
What time?
It was about 12:30, between 12:30 a.m. and 1 a.m.
So tell me what happened.
Okay, Your Honor. On the night of May 5th, me and Gary were celebrating Cinco de Mayo. We had some margaritas and tacos, and then we were going to call it a night around 12:30. Gary goes to bed, and his phone just starts to ring right before I lay down. And it's an unknown call constantly coming in. So eventually I answer, and it was
How many times did it ring?
Probably about 5 missed calls.
Okay.
And so finally I pick up, and it's Zuri on the other line, and she's like, where's Gary? And I said,
Now, do you know her? Had you met her before?
Yes.
How many times?
We've known each other for over 3 years.
So you knew her voice, or she identified herself?
Exactly, yes.
What did she say?
She said, where is Gary? I said, he's asleep. She said, he's been at my house for 3 nights. And I said, well, that's impossible because he's been home. So she's like, well, where is he? I said, he's asleep. She said, wake him up. So then I wake Gary up, and I hand Gary the phone, and he's like, this is a joke, just hang up. So right before I hang up, she says, open the door. Right before we opened the door, it was a knock maybe 5 seconds later. So Gary runs to the door and looks in the peephole, and he can't make out who it is. She's like leaning on the door. So then I look in the peephole, and I said, Gary, this is a Zuri. And Gary's like, is it? So he looks back in the peephole, and then I yell, we didn't open the door yet. I say, Zuri, why are you at my house at 1 a.m? She's like, I need to speak to Gary. I said, okay. So then Gary's like, well, what do you want? So immediately I call the police. And I said, I need a police officer dispatched to my location. So Gary goes and opens the door, and she's extremely intoxicated. She's like, I need you to come to my truck. And Gary says, why? I'm standing behind Gary. Gary has his hands on the side of the door. I'm standing behind him, and she's like, well, I need to speak to you. I need you to come to my truck. So then Gary's like, well, what do you need? Then she calls me a drunk and just starts like talking crazy and calling me names and says I'm scary. And then we started arguing. I'm still in the back of Gary. So then she reaches under Gary and grabs my hair and pulls me into the hallway. And then that's when we start to fight. I have pictures of bruises, scratches, and everything from that night.
I'd like to see them, please. I'd also like, did the police ever respond?
Yes, they did.
I'd like to see the police report.
Okay. There's also pictures in there of the broken window as well.
I see the window. We haven't gotten to the window yet.
Okay.
Now, there are pictures here of a broken windshield.
Yes.
And the police report is clear that after the police came to discuss what happened to you, you were sort of reluctant to speak to them and a little, according to the report, a little intoxicated yourself.
Yes.
A sergeant also responded to the location, and it was the sergeant who observed the broken windshield on the car, and they identified the car as belonging to you.
Yes.
They went back upstairs to speak to you. At that time, since you believed she had broken your windshield, then you said, well, that's enough. I want to press charges. So that's how we're here. Is that
Exactly.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I get from reading this report. Okay. What time had you parked your car that evening?
I would say about 6 p.m.
Now, you told me before that you and Gary were living together at the time.
Yes, yes.
That's not what it says in here. Here.
Yeah, Gary was living with me on and off around that time.
Well, now it is. So Gary was living with you on and off.
Yes.
Lisa, that would be you, right?
Yes.
Lisa said that Gary, her child's father, was only there to watch their child. Lisa and Gary were no longer in a dating relationship, nor was blank and blank. I assume her and somebody else said that even though that they had problems in the past, they had not seen or spoken to one another in quite some time. Lisa claimed to have no idea why the defendant and her friend arrived at the door. Now, you didn't tell me about a friend.
I was getting to that part. Gary pulls us apart. Her friend runs in out of, I guess it was someone she was riding with in the truck. She runs in and pulls me back. Gary pulls Azuri back, and they stop the fight. Azuri then snatches away from Gary and runs out the front door into the back of the parking lot. Her friend then leaves out the back door to the parking lot where they were parked at. I went back in the house right after, and that's when I would say maybe literally 2 minutes later, the police showed up. The police asked me what was going on, and I told them that it was an
I got what you wrote, what you said to them. I read the report. Okay, Miss Page. Ball's in your court.
Honestly, I have no idea what she's talking about.
Okay.
I was out of town that week at my mom's. I wasn't even there. I have not spoken to Gary, to her. I do not associate myself with them whatsoever. And this has been going on for 3 years. Ms. Johnson has followed me to 3 different jobs.
No. We're talking about
This came out of
something, Miss
nowhere.
Page, entirely different, following you 3 jobs. If your testimony is, I was out of town at my mother's house, then you have nothing to add to your testimony. Then I have to make a decision as to whether or not I believe her or believe you. Do you have any witnesses to testify that you were out of town that evening?
Yes, my fiance dropped me off to my mom's.
Great. That would be your witness. And you have a witness what happened that night?
Yes.
You have Gary.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't actually have to hear either one of them. I just have to make a judgment as to whether Miss Johnson caused little marks on her face and whether Miss Johnson took a rock or something and busted out the windshield of her own car that night and then decided to blame it on you. I have to decide whether that happened. I don't think that happened. So I'm quite sure that your fiancé would say that he dropped you off at your mother's house, and I'm quite sure that Gary would say you came to the house and there was a fight. So, do you have an estimate for the windshield?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have it fixed?
No, ma'am. It's still not fixed.
Where is it?
It's at home. I've been riding with it with plastic on my window, which is, it's really hard because I have to have my son sit in that back seat.
Okay, that's $330. Now, I assume that you did not seek any sort of medical treatment that night?
No, ma'am. It was just scratches and bruises.
Well, I see the photographs, and it does look like there was quite a fight.
Yeah.
Precipitated by your arriving that night, either drunk or sober.
I was not there.
How old is your child with Gary?
Mine, she's 3.
And yours?
2.
2. You have a boy or a girl?
I have a boy.
Does Gary see your daughter often?
No, he is not allowed to. He was court ordered not to be left alone with any children. He was found unfit.
By what court?
Champaign County.
Is that correct?
That's what she say.
What does that mean?
I'm saying that's what she say. If she don't got no paperwork saying I can't be around my kids.
Are you around your son?
Yep, every day.
Well, and evidently it doesn't apply to that child.
I have no idea.
When was the last time he saw his daughter?
I actually have no idea. The only time he is allowed to see her is when my daughter is at his stepmom's house, and then he sees her over there when he goes.
So your daughter does go to his family's house?
His stepmom's, yes.
How often?
Maybe once every other week, and she'll probably keep her for a couple of days to spend time with her.
And so he is permitted to see her there?
Yes, he has to be supervised.
Okay, so he's not permitted around other children. He has supervised visitation with his daughter for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is. All kinds of reasons, both valid and stupid, for making those kinds of orders. I'm thoroughly familiar with both the valid ones and the stupid ones, and that has nothing to do with you. I'm talking about judges making orders for good reason and orders for stupid reasons. It seems to me if you're not capable of having unsupervised visitation with a 3-year-old, you shouldn't be capable of spending time every day with a 2-year-old. So clearly this had more to do with you than with a child, to me, in my head, but that's only me in my head. Anyway, you owe her $1,500. You owe her $300 to fix her car, and the rest is for coming to the house in the middle of the night and picking a fight and assaulting her.
Me, Your Honor.
We are done here. Your counterclaims dismissed. Ms. Rodriguez, what I read is a complaint that suggests that you and the defendant, who were friends and perhaps in a relationship for a brief period of time, had a falling out. And during the time that you were friends, whatever relationship that was, according to your complaint, you brought a television set that was yours to the defendant's house.
Yes.
When did you do that?
That was in June of 2016. Excuse me.
Is that right?
No.
When was it?
It was June of 2015.
That sound right?
No.
Okay. To what address did you take the television set? To what address did you take the television set? You know the address.
It would have been in the Powderhorn community in Minneapolis.
My tiny house.
When did you move from there?
It was August of 2015.
Got it?
Yes.
So it was 2015 that you brought the television set to her house?
Correct.
Better. And in what month and year did you ask her for the television back?
I asked her back for the television in July of 2016.
Why was that so difficult for you to tell me?
It was a little bit of confusion. With
Well, that's no confusion. If you insisted that it was June of 2016 and you asked for it back a month later, well, that sounds to me as if it was perhaps a loan for some reason, which we'll get into. If she had the television for over a year, it may suggest something else. Do you understand? So let's try to give me answers that are truthful rather than those that create a story for you.
Yes,
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now, in what month and year did you purchase this television set?
The television set was purchased back in August of 2011.
So now the television in August of July or August of 2016 would have been 5+ years old.
Correct.
And tell me what kind of television this was.
It was a Philips Eco 32 LED.
And do you have a receipt for that television?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to take a look at it.
And then that is the credit card statement in which I purchased the TV.
No, I just want to see receipt for it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you purchased this, according to this receipt, for $389, and when you brought it over to her house, it was 4 years old.
Yes.
Now, where were you living at the time?
I was living at my parents'.
And where was this television?
The television was at my home. When I was staying with them, I had purchased another TV, so it was an extra spare TV.
And your parents had their own TV?
Yes.
So this was one that you were not using?
Right. It was
one that you were not using?
Correct.
You upgraded. Now, I want you to tell me the circumstance, because now you want the TV back. Had a kerfuffle. I'm not interested in an awful lot here. This is the main thing that creates this lawsuit. So, according to you, she asked to borrow it.
Yes.
Tell me the circumstances surrounding her asking to borrow the TV.
The circumstances were that she could, being the friend that she was,
You're making up a story now because I can tell. That's my gift.
Okay.
That's my gift. It's all going over here.
All right. She asked to borrow the TV, and which I agreed upon. When I asked for it back, though, I expected it to be returned.
Even you don't believe that. I said, what were the circumstances? You know I have friends. And sometimes if I go to their house, I'll bring a bottle of rosé. I'll bring a bundt cake. Mm-hmm. But I actually have never brought over a TV to someone's house. Now, I've upgraded televisions over a period of time. Sometimes you move and you say, well, you know, this one was fine, but I could use a bigger one. And you have all these old TVs that are worth zero.
Sure.
A 4-year-old TV that you bought 4 years ago is worth zero. If you went to sell it, you'd be able to sell it for $25, maybe at a flea market. Mm-hmm. So now, since I don't believe you, I'm going to ask her the circumstances surrounding you bringing over the television set. Got it? Well, did you ask her why she brought the TV?
She said because we didn't have like an adequate Netflix or we couldn't watch things together, so she brought over an entire TV.
What kind of TV did you have in your house?
I think I had like a computer screen monitor. It was maybe smaller than the one in the corner there.
And when she came over for the next year, did you watch TV on this TV?
Yeah, she was at my house several times. She had my spare key. She used the TV at my house as well.
I never had a spare key to your house.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Never.
Listen to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Never do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Is TV still working?
It was the last time I saw it.
Where is the TV now?
She introduced me to my last boyfriend, and it was a very abusive relationship. He tried to kill me, so I just left everything in the home. I don't know what happened after that.
And when did that happen?
That was March of 2016.
And after March of 2016, you had no contact with this television, with this 32-inch television.
Exactly.
When was the argument you had with the plaintiff?
June of 2016.
June, after that. So I assume that you were still friends before that.
We were still friends on the basis of people knew our relationship together, and they came to me every time she was in an alcoholic binge or...
I just wanted, did you have contact with her?
Yes.
You did. Were you aware that she had been in a relationship with someone that terminated? Just look at me. Don't think of how this is going to help your story.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Want me to repeat the question?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can process it.
Yes.
No. Were you aware that she had been in a relationship with a man that terminated?
Yes, I had introduced them to each other.
So you were aware that in March of 2016 she left that relationship?
It was actually February.
Before?
Yes.
Great. And did you know where she went to live?
She didn't go anywhere. She actually still lived in that apartment. When the case happened with them, restraining order was put against him, so all of his belongings were still in the home that they lived in on University, the home that I actually continuously went to, and my TV was still there.
She says she hasn't seen the TV since March of 2016. Is that right?
I moved out of the house in August, but I feel like all of his stuff has started, like he had a police escort come and start taking his things around June. I feel like it might have been May, actually.
Okay. You don't have the TV anymore.
No.
And the TV has no value. So I actually don't believe you that this was a loansy. I think that you got a new TV. This TV was valueless. Even if it had a value, today's value, maybe today's value a year later, maybe somebody would buy it at a garage sale for $25. I'm not awarding you anything. Okay, let's go to the next item of business. The next item of business is a cell phone. Now, I want you to be careful, Ms. Rodriguez, because so far I didn't believe the first story you told me. So that makes your testimony suspect. You want to tell me the day and date first that your cell phone got broken.
It was October 6th.
October 6th, what year?
2016.
Where?
It was at her apartment. Her different apartment. She had moved to Powderhorn.
Now I'm going to ask you a really important question, Ms. Rodriguez. Easy enough to verify. In October of 2016, when you were in the defendant's house, did you see your TV?
No.
Right. Perfect.
No.
Perfect. You want to tell me what you were doing at her house on October 6th?
I had went to peacefully try to resolve and getting my television back. My sister had gone off to college, and I had wanted to give her that TV to use during college.
Okay, but you didn't see the TV there.
I didn't see it there.
Right.
I tried to peacefully resolve.
Well, how do you want to peacefully resolve it? How do you peacefully resolve it? You know I'm not believing you, right?
Correct.
You know I'm not believing you.
Sure.
Okay. So you got to the house. When immediately preceding October 6th, had you gone to the defendant's house before?
No.
No. You mean October 6th was the first day you were ever at her new apartment?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. How did you get her address?
A mutual friend of ours had provided it.
Okay.
You stalked me.
Now, let me go back a second to this other nonsense that you're suing her for, which is gas money.
Sure.
Okay. Now, tell me when you believe she owes you money for what trip? When did you go on a trip that she owes you gas money for?
We had went to it.
Day and date.
We had went on a trip in June of 2016 to a festival in Michigan.
June 2016. Okay. And who drove?
I did.
So you picked her up?
Yes.
Did she go into the house?
No.
Let's get back to the phone. October 6, 2016, you went to her house to, according to you, resolve the issue of the TV, which you didn't see in the house. And?
It went very, very badly.
Well, no, I want you to tell me what happened.
You
went in there and you said to her, she said to you, did you call first before you went over?
No.
So you went over unannounced. What time?
It would have been at 4 p.m.
It was later than that.
What time?
I think it was like 5:36. I was just getting off of work.
Okay, keep going.
So I had gone in, she had let me into the apartment, in which a fight escalated. She had...
No, I want you to tell me what you said to her and what she said to you. She was coming home from work.
I said once again from the text messages that I sent her, it had been a really long time. All I would like is for my TV back. I would like to be done with this friendship and to call it quits after that. She didn't like that fact, so then it escalated into a scuffling match where she actually physically dragged me out of the apartment.
Are you telling me that at that time she didn't say to you, I don't have your TV?
Yes, that's what she told me. I didn't see it in her apartment.
And you said to her,
I...
just a second, don't make it up. She said to you, I don't have your TV. Look around my apartment. I don't have your TV anymore. And what did you say to her?
It just basically, I just started announcing that I was really upset with the fact of that she would be this spiteful towards me when I was being nothing but helpful.
What were you being helpful about?
Helpful by letting her use my TV, transporting
you gave
her
the
to
TV. You gave her the TV a year before. You changed your mind.
I didn't give her the TV.
Okay. Yes, you did.
No, I
okay,
didn't.
so you come in, you see there's no TV. She says, I don't have your TV anymore. What else were you fighting about, Ms. Rodriguez?
It was just that specifically how spiteful that she was in this entire relationship. Friendship.
Relationship.
Oh, heck.
Don't.
I don't swing that way.
Don't
speak. Not my type.
Just a second. Don't.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I had recited that she had been very spiteful.
I heard she'd been very spiteful. Okay, and she told you to get out. I don't have your TV.
And then it started turning into a shoving
match.
match.
Well, how did that come about? She told you, get out. I don't have your TV. You had to leave.
She kept throwing a lot of slurs at me. She kept pushing me and shoving me, and then eventually it just got into a scuffling match where she basically dragged me outside. She went back into the apartment, came out with my phone, threw it, hit the pavement, shut the door.
Did she tell you to leave her home?
No.
You mean she was pushing you out the door, not telling you to get out?
No.
Ms. Rodriguez? I don't believe you. I don't think I'm ever going to figure out exactly what this case is about, and quite frankly, I don't care. I'm not wasting another second worth of time over a 5-year-old television set that you gave her as a gift. We're done. Your case is dismissed. Ms. Pickrell, you rented a room in an apartment that was either owned or rented by the defendants. And it is your claim that it didn't work out, but it didn't work out in a sort of uncross your arms. It didn't work out in an almost unseemly way. And you were told to leave the apartment. You had already paid your rent for the month of May. Were the authorities called?
Yes, the authorities were called on the 23rd of May until the 27th of May. Every day until I was forced out of the residence.
Okay. And what you want is you want your rent back because you had already paid June's rent?
Yes, correct.
And what was the rent they were charging you for the room?
$650 for the room.
When had you moved in? In what month?
I moved in March 1st, 2015.
So March was okay?
Yes, March was fine.
And then you moved your boyfriend in?
Yes, he is staying there.
But with their permission, they charged him an extra $100 a month for increased utilities?
Yes.
When did you move your boyfriend in?
He moved in towards the middle of March. And
then they accepted your rent for April?
Yes.
Is it correct that you accepted her rent for April?
Yes.
That's either a yes or a no.
No.
He says yes, you say no. You want to discuss it with each other?
Because she has the dates wrong. She moved in April, not March.
Could you please answer my question? Did she pay April's rent?
Yes.
Yeah, she paid the first rent.
Did you?
That's the month she moved in.
I'm only going to listen to one of you.
Okay.
Who's going to tell me the truth? Figure it out.
Lorna, if you're getting the dates wrong, you can say yes.
She paid April's rent, which you accepted, $650.
Yes.
And she paid May's rent,
Yes.
$650.
Yes.
And did she pay April's rent by check or cash?
Check.
And did she pay May's rent by check or cash?
Check.
Check. And did she pay June's rent?
No.
You have check to show me for June?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
It was not a rent for the month. It was a deposit, security deposit. I clearly explained that to her from the beginning.
I don't care what you explained. I want to see the check.
Okay.
I have all three right here, Your Honor.
May I see them, please?
This does state that it was last month. I gave it.
Can I just see what you have? Perfect. Well, April 3rd, you have $500 for rent, okay? Then it went up to $650. Is that because the boyfriend moved in?
That's because I gave her the $150 in cash. I only have the check for the $500 for the last month.
So you have March 31st, and March 31st was for April?
Yes.
And then I have April 3rd. Why would you pay her March 31st and then April 3rd?
That was a security deposit.
I'm sorry.
It's because she wanted an additional $650 for her last month's rent in case anything was to come up, and that's that check.
Or for security. Doesn't
Yes.
make any difference. Perfect. And then I have on May 1st, but what I don't have is June. Where is June?
June is right.
You could either have June or you can have this as security deposit. Which was it? It can't be June.
Security deposit was not $650. She added $150, and that's what I did give her in cash. That's
fine.
rent.
But so you did not pay June's rent?
I did, and I wrote last month's. In the memo, I wrote last month.
Either you paid security or you paid last month's rent.
I paid last month's rent.
Okay, fine. You paid last month's rent when you first moved in. Is that what you're telling me? Is that how you evaluated it? That you paid last month's rent when you first moved in? You paid no security deposit?
I paid last month's rent in the middle, and that was April 3rd, because she wanted to bring that up in the middle.
You can't have it both ways. Either you paid last month's rent or you paid security deposit. Which one was it?
Last month's rent.
Fine. So there's no security deposit. Now, and you moved out in May. So you want your 1 month's rent back, which is $650.
Correct.
There's a claim here for filing a false restraining order against you. Is that correct?
Yes.
But you all went to mediation with regard to that. Am I also correct?
Yes.
And you resolved that case with a mediator. Is that also correct?
Yes.
So I'm not entertaining that unless they filed another restraining order against you. Did they?
No.
So that case is resolved. The next part of the case that I'm going to entertain is your property. Now, when you moved in, what property did you move in with?
I moved in a queen-size bed.
Okay. Where is her bed?
Moved everything out.
She took it with her.
She took it with her.
everything with her.
How did she take it with her?
She was moving out for 2 days.
She had 2 days. She took
That's
2
not
days to
correct,
move all
Your
her
Honor.
stuff out.
He helped her.
I even helped her.
I have a video of them forcing me out, Your Honor, if I could play it.
Yeah, after her sister barged in her apartment.
Absolutely. I would like to see
And
it.
broke everything and beat him up.
Listen to me. I don't see a counterclaim here. I'm going to look at the video. He says he helped her move. Just a second. Tell me on what date this video was taken.
This was May 27th, and this was around 8:30 p.m.
On what date do you claim you helped her move her stuff out? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. On what date do you claim you move her things out? What date?
I don't remember exactly.
I want you to
the
remember
dates.
exactly. We're not talking about something that happened 20 years ago. On what date did you help her move her things out?
It was a year ago.
Last year. It was.
Remember the day of the week, Marty. Remember the day of the week.
It was
Remember
a
what
Tuesday?
happened exactly.
It was a Tuesday.
Okay, let's see.
Your Honor, I do have a receipt here. The police advised me to purchase a new doorknob with a lock.
Don't tell me what the police advised you. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, shortly after that you moved out. Did you move out that day?
That night, I was physically forced out.
Okay. Did you ever go back to the apartment?
I went back on May 29th with a police escort to retrieve my belongings, and they served me with a temporary restraining order and said the room was empty.
Okay, fine. Very good. Uncross your arms.
I'm not feeling good.
Okay, then you can sit down. On what day were you served a protective order?
It was like the following day after she left.
Do you remember the police coming back to your house with
Yeah,
her on the
she
20?
came- yeah, she came. Sorry.
Do you remember the police coming back to your house with her?
Yes.
Do you remember the police going through the apartment and her room?
Yeah, they went in.
Easy to verify with the precinct. Was it before the police came or after the police left or while they were there that you helped her move out her bed? Look at me.
It was before.
It was before. So
Yeah,
it was,
those 2 days.
so it was between the 27th when that scuffle went on and she left the apartment and the 29th. So it had to be the 28th.
Yes.
It had to be the 28th that you say you were helpful with her and helped her move her property out. I just want to understand that that's what you're telling me. It's a good thing she sat down.
Yeah.
She would have been falling down. You see, if she was standing up next to you, then maybe you would have some support. So let me see what you want me to believe. You want me to believe that you had this sort of scuffle with her, that you filed a protective order against her because of this, so that she could not come back to the residence. But the next day, she came back to the residence on the 28th.
No, I'm sorry.
No. Sit. No.
You have
Sit.
not let us
Did you hear what I said? I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3.
No, I'm sorry, but you're not letting us talk. This is not even what happened. You got all the You have all the dates wrong, everything wrong.
Out. You want to sit down and be quiet?
Okay, believe whatever you want.
Perfect. Now, your answer. I'm not even dealing with her complaint. Your answer talks about all the dates, those 27th, 28th. So you want me to believe that after this kerfuffle, which occurred on the 27th of May, and the police came back on the 29th, I assume that you have a report that they went with you?
Yes.
May I see it? That in between those 2 days, you, being the nice guy that you are, helped her move her furniture out of the room. That's what you want me to believe?
Yes, I helped her move her stuff. I never threw any of her stuff away.
You may not have. Now, Mr. Torres, whether the $650 was the last month's rent, which was June, or security deposit, you do not have a counterclaim, which means that there is no claim made by you that there was any damage caused by her to the house, to the apartment.
Yeah, we do. We got the evidence right here.
Just a second.
Got all the pictures.
Just a second. Hand down. I don't have a counterclaim, sir. I don't care what you have there. There is no counterclaim here for damage.
Well, what is a counterclaim?
We just wanted her out. We didn't want nothing to do with her.
We don't ever see her again.
We just wanted her out,
please.
Sure. Can I just ask for 5 minutes?
Put her out.
2 minutes.
Put her out.
I want to say.
Put her out.
Explain her
Put her
story
out.
for 2 minutes because I feel like you're
Out.
manipulating.
Out.
You're manipulating
Out.
the situation
Miss.
with your questions.
Miss. Out.
Come this way.
This is ridiculous.
You have no counterclaim for any damage, which you would have had to have served her to say she's not due back the $650, which we're claiming a security deposit because she caused damage to her room that we are going to be responsible for. You did not file that against her. Therefore, she's entitled to her rent/security deposit back because she lived there a certain amount of months.
She never signed anything though. We had a verbal agreement where she had a cat that she didn't even have a pet deposit for.
Mr. Torres, listen to me carefully, sir. Counterclaim.
We're taking it out of her security.
You did not take it out of her security deposit because no court said you could take it out of her security deposit. That's what we're here for. And since you didn't file a counterclaim, she's entitled to her $650 back. Now the only thing that I have to determine is whether I believe she got all of her property back.
Your Honor.
What?
I do have a receipt that shows at 3:22 on May 27th, I purchased a whole new doorknob and lock.
I
So
don't
locked
care.
my
I
property
told you
in.
before I don't care about the doorknob and lock. All I care about is the furniture. Now the question is, when you went to mediation on the protective order, did the mediator discuss your furniture?
No, they did not discuss my furniture.
Why?
They said I should proceed with that in small claims court.
With regard to your furniture?
Yes, with my property.
Furniture. All I'm interested in is furniture.
Furniture, yes.
You left, your sister was there, there were certain things that were packed in her car. As far as I'm concerned, that's all I care. Your sister came over
Yes.
that night and packed things in her car, but she didn't
Right,
pack
yeah.
your bed in your car.
No.
Now, did you get your bed back?
No, I did not.
What other furniture didn't you get back?
It was my bed. I had this little desk, and also it wasn't furniture. The rest was just clothing and bathroom
Just the
belongings.
bed and the desk?
Yes.
Where'd you get the bed from?
I got the bed from a family friend. She gave me a bed, so I don't have a receipt.
Fine, and the desk?
A family friend, too.
Great. Okay, you owe us $650. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You had a sister Your sister lived in California. You and your wife lived in Florida. Your sister became ill and she was diagnosed with cancer. You and your wife relocated from Florida. Are you retired?
No, not retired.
Did you get a new job in California?
My wife is a contractor, so we move around quite a bit.
So you came to California and you had another project
Correct.
in California. Okay. And how long was that project for?
It's ongoing still.
So you moved to California because you had a new project.
Correct.
Okay, well, then this is sort of misleading, Mr. Riley. I'll get to the whole thing. This is probably going to be more interesting than I even thought it was going to be. This is a situation. Your sister was sick in California. You came to California. You led me to believe in your complaint that you and your wife gave up your life in Florida to come to California to minister to your ill sister. That's what I get from. That's what I got from your complaint.
Very much
now
true.
it appears that you have a contracting job, and even though your sister is no longer with us, that contracting job is ongoing because that's what you and your wife do. So it was probably a combination of both things. In any event, you came to California with your wife for a job, which you're still doing, and you're still living in California.
Yes.
Still living in California,
Still in
even though your sister's not here anymore.
Correct.
Right.
We're from California originally.
It doesn't matter. I was just misled by the complaint. Maybe it was my own silly misreading
I'd
of
love
it.
to clarify if I could.
They saw
But
work here.
I didn't ask you a question.
Sorry, Your Honor.
In any event, your sister was here. She came to live with you for a while. She was ill. She was getting treatment while you were in California. And you are her closest living relative.
Yes.
Closest biological living relative.
No, physically close, yes. Biologically, we have 6 siblings.
Oh, but she didn't live with any of the other
No,
siblings.
she lived by herself until she lived with us.
She was a single lady,
Correct.
no children.
Never married, no kids.
And the defendant is her cousin.
Correct.
So you took care of her, drove her to her doctor's appointments, did whatever had to be done. Sister
For
passes.
months, I may add. For months.
Years. Months, years,
Just so you know.
whatever. For months. You did all of those things, and your sister unfortunately succumbed to cancer. She passed away, and when her will was read, to your surprise, you were not made beneficiary of any part of the estate. Her entire estate went to her cousin, Miss Wells, as the beneficiary, but your sister did a double whammy. She made you the trustee.
Correct.
Okay, and that, I assume, Mr. Riley, if you and I are being honest with each other, was both irritating to you and probably to your wife, who was very anxious to talk to me before.
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Wasn't irritating.
It was irritating, but not for the reasons you say. It was not monetarily driven. I care for my sister.
I understand.
It was a surprise. It's always just
It was
a surprise.
It was a surprise. In any event, there was ongoing acrimony between you and Miss Wells. That is clear from both your complaint and her answer. But this is what your complaint is about, because it's the only thing that your complaint can be about. You ultimately turned over the trust to Miss Wells because you didn't want to be involved in it anymore.
No, not
There
true.
had been-
Not true. She didn't like the way I was handling the trust, and she
Right. She
stripped
didn't
me of my
like as
trustee duties.
beneficiary the way you were handling the trust. And she said in her mind you were dissipating the trust. And since she was the beneficiary of the trust and a together person, she said, I can take care of this myself and I'll spend the money differently.
With 3 different attorneys, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
6 months.
Doesn't matter.
That's me.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do you see? What you're doing now is demonstrating just how irritated you still
I'm sorry.
are.
I get emotional about my sister's death still. I'm sorry.
Well, this isn't about your sister's death. This is about money.
Okay.
If you were emotional about your sister's death, then you would have said, you know, my sister died. She knew how she felt. It was her money. She felt, for whatever reason, either close to Miss Wells or she felt that Miss Wells needed the money more than you did, that you and your wife were doing okay. For whatever reason, it was her money. That's what she decided to do with it. So
Absolutely.
when people pass away, whether it be a parent or a grandparent or whatever, and you as a relative don't think that you're getting the appropriate love from the deceased by way of monetary reward, it's irritating. Happens all the time. And you're not unusual for that.
But that's
But this is what you're not unusual for that. But this is what your case is about.
It's not.
After
Sorry.
Miss Wells took over the trust and finally got into the condo that was very much in dispute, she found that there were certain things missing from the condo. And as a result of that, she notified the insurance company because evidently your sister had homeowners insurance. She found laptop missing. She found someone had purposely damaged a sleep member bed.
I really want to speak to that if you let me.
Just a second. No. Whatever it is, she found certain things missing in her mind. And she made a complaint to the insurance company, filed a claim with the insurance company, who did it, as they have to, an investigation before they pay out a complaint. And when you call the adjuster who is going to examine your complaint, what she did, and I assume she did make a police report.
Yes, indeed. Named me as culprit.
Okay. Can I see a copy of that police report?
No, because I don't have a copy. Do you have a copy?
I do have a copy.
May I see it?
You were denied a copy?
I was denied a copy because I was the culprit.
Put her out. She's annoying me. She doesn't learn. Not a free-for-all. It's an out.
Come on.
Oh, I beg
It's
your
an
pardon.
outie.
Pardon me. Thank you.
No, you can stay.
Thank you. Sorry, Your Honor.
Forgive me, Your Honor. It's very difficult to find, but I do have it. Here it is.
Give it to Officer Byrd, please.
May I ask what date that was filed?
Okay. So what she says in this Sheriff's Department report, have you seen it?
I have not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what it says.
I appreciate that.
It says she inherited the apartment from her cousin who passed away. Prior to moving in, she says where she lived, and she had seen photos of the apartment, she the defendant, and its contents, and through email exchanges prior to her cousin's passing away. On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment.
Sorry, when?
She looked around on May 26, 2016.
Your Honor,
That's what
may I
it-
correct that? I didn't move there. I was
I'm
only
reading,
walking.
listen to me, don't correct anything. I'm reading to him what the police report says.
Yes.
If it said something and it wasn't accurate, you should have corrected it at the time.
Oh, yes.
On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment. She looked around and inventoried the items in the apartment. She saw items were missing from the apartment that she had previously seen in photos. She believes another cousin of hers, Thomas Riley, who had access to the apartment prior to Anna's arrival, entered and damaged the mattress on the bed by cutting out a portion of it with an unknown object.
She's lying.
She also believes he took various other items from the apartment. She does not know for certain if Thomas took the items or damaged the mattress, but she stated she was in a battle with Thomas over being appointed trustee of her cousin's estate. Anna did not desire prosecution and did not want Thomas contacted over the matter. She stated Thomas is emotionally unstable and did not want to aggravate him.
Right.
Anna wanted the matter documented for insurance purposes.
If I may.
You don't have to. I'm formulating a picture. Do you understand?
I understand.
And as very often happens in a legal landscape, the landscape is changing, Mr. Riley.
True.
And it's changing in your favor, sir. Okay. Now you got a windfall. You inherited this apartment and whatever money was left in the estate, if there was any. If it had happened to me, I wouldn't have looked at draperies, 2 sets, 92 inches, $650. Sleep number bed, king size, model 1, $6,000. Moen brand shower heads, $2,000. A Galaxy Pro Tab. Dishes, $350. Bissell Pro Heat Steam for the floor. White bleach cruiser bicycle. A purse for $1,000. How much in total did you get from the insurance company?
$16,000, Your Honor. I have.
Just a second. $16,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
None of which, actually, you paid for.
Correct. Yes.
All of which your cousin paid for.
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct. And the single most expensive item was a Sleep Number bed.
Correct.
And you gained access to the apartment in May of 2016. I said gained access to the apartment. That's what it says in the police report. It says Anna moved to the apartment.
Your Honor, was the first time I was ever at the apartment.
June?
June 24th.
June 24th. This is my problem with you. Yeah.
Yes.
You're getting ready for the problem.
No, I can explain.
No, you can't. There is no way you can explain it to me. Because if I came in and I found all of those things missing and found the $6,000 bed destroyed, I would have made a police report that day.
Your Honor,
Just a second. I would have made a police report that day. You made a police report 2 months later and were very, very clear that you were making the police report for insurance purposes only. Made it very clear to the police.
Your Honor, I can explain the dates. I didn't understand that I had to make the report from that location. I left because I had appointments and I
How
was
old are you?
working full-time.
How old are you?
Well, hate to say,
Listen, there's
I'm old
nothing-
enough. I'm
there's
old enough.
Nothing that you can say to me, Zippo, that you can say to me after being involved with him for an extended period of time in a contentious situation, that if you walked into the apartment and you found somebody had taken a knife to a $6,000 bed, that you wouldn't have called the police right away. Right away.
I called my attorney. Actually, I was on the
Just
phone
a-
with my attorney, and she told me.
Don't tell
take
me
a
what she
picture.
told you. Listen to me. I'm not interested in what she told you. That's hearsay. There is no way that you would not have made a police report. Now, what is his case about? His case is about the following. As a result of you making this statement, and in order to clear his name with the insurance company, because the insurance company paid you.
Yes.
You're
Wanted to
part
collect
of-
from me.
That's why you hired the attorney. I understand. I said the landscape
Your
is
Honor.
changing. The landscape is changing. Do you understand?
I do, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, the
I'm-
insurance company told me to take my time in making the report.
Just a second. Just a second. Don't tell me what the insurance company told you. That's hearsay. Second,
Yes.
because I heard you, I don't believe you.
No, I had to
listen to me.
investigate
I
and
don't
get all
listen
of
to
the
me.
pictures.
I don't believe you. Let's be clear.
Okay.
I don't believe you. So you paid
$800
for
to my
legal
attorney.
fees. You have a copy of the bill.
I do.
I'd like to take a look
Your Honor,
at it.
I have pictures
Don't-
to show the
Speak not.
condo.
Speak not. Police report. The day you found it. Not interested in your pictures. Not interested in your request for $2 more thousand
When I
for
called
the
the
deductible.
department.
Not interested.
Okay.
Did you sell the condo?
Yes, I had to.
Don't tell me had to. Did you sell the condo?
I sold the condo, yes.
Okay, let's see. You sold the condo for how much?
4075.
407.
The net was 120.
So you got 100. Shh.
Yes.
Don't speak. You got $120,000.
Yes. And I
And
had and to
just-
that point, I had paid $75,000 in mortgage fees, HOA fees, late fees,
Great.
interest,
so you still have
insurance,
$75,000.
utilities.
Hey, you're still $75,000 in the plus column,
Yes.
plus $16,000 from insurance.
Yes.
I know exactly what happened. $800. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your counterclaim is dismissed. We're done.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Campos, what do you do for a living?
I'm a lawyer,
Where?
San Antonio, Texas. Hope you don't use that against me.
No, I'm going to hold your lawsuit against you because it's stupid.
Well, to me, it's personal, and if you got a bad haircut, I'm sure you would be happy.
It's stupid. Your lawsuit's stupid. And I actually am surprised. I didn't know what you did for a living, so I'm actually surprised that you acknowledged that you were a lawyer. I would have thought that a lawyer had more respect for courts than to bring this kind of lawsuit, which I'm going to outline very briefly. You went to the defendant to have your hair cut. Whatever hair you have left, you wanted to have cut. And she cut your hair too short, so you're suing her for $5,000. Now, that's a ridiculous lawsuit. It's a ridiculous waste of judicial time. Only thing is, this is a television courtroom, so we actually have fun doing sometimes ridiculous cases, which I'm sure is the reason you came here.
Well, no, in America, we entitle
No,
different
just a
opinions.
second. Listen to me. Mr. Campos, this is not an audition, and I've already got the job. Got it?
Got it.
Did you pay for the haircut?
Yes, I did.
How much did you pay for the hair?
$10.
And when you paid the $10, she had already cut your hair.
Yes, she had shaved my head.
Just a second. She had already cut your hair.
Yes.
And when did you get this short haircut?
It was a couple days before Christmas, about December 21st.
And right now we're 3 months later, and is this the usual length of your hair?
Yes, it is. Shaved my head.
Great. Now you're going to show me a picture of what your head looked like after the defendant cut your hair. Okay. She gave you a very short haircut. It's not shaven, but it's very, very short.
It wasn't a haircut, it was a shave.
Impossible. Did you use a razor on his head? No, of course not. That's not a razor.
And ma'am,
Sam Jackson's hair is cut with a razor.
No, ma'am.
No.
I didn't accuse her of using
Just
a razor.
listen
I
to
did
me.
an electric shaver is what she used.
Right. That's fine.
Your Honor.
Okay, just a second. Not necessary. And it took probably about 3 weeks for your hair to grow out.
Your opinion, I don't know, maybe a month.
Whatever. It took a month for your hair to grow out. And were you working during that time, Mr. Campos?
No,
that's just a second. Were you working? That's a yes or a no during that month.
Well, I'm self-employed, so some days I work, some days I don't. Yes,
so
I was working.
The answer you were working, and you didn't work over the Christmas holidays.
I wasn't claiming lost wages.
Mr. Campos, it's not an audition, sir.
I'm not auditioning. I'm just responding to what you say.
I don't think you're cute.
I'm not trying to be cute.
Great.
You're
Good.
trying to be cute.
Good.
You are cute.
Mr. Campos, you are absolutely correct. That's why I have the job, and you get $10, and that's the judgment of the court. Goodbye.
You don't want to
done.
hear the facts?
We're done. Ms. Griffin, it is your claim that the defendant who you had hired on several occasions to do hair straightening for you straightened your hair the last time, and as a result of straightening your hair, you lost some hair, and you want to be compensated for that to the tune of $5,000. She says that she used the same product on you each of the 3 times you came to her salon, that the reason, in all probability, that you suffered hair loss is that you had your hair braided in between the second and third treatment that you had. And she has indicated that she has proof that you had hair braiding done between those 2 times, probably why you suffered hair loss. I assume that neither of you have a doctor or an expert here. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, the first time you went to the defendant's salon was on what date to have hair straightened?
Approximately June the 23rd.
Of what year?
2016.
And when was the second time?
August 17th.
How long have you been going to her salon?
Since June of 20.
In June of 2016, was that the first time you had your hair straightened?
Approximately for 3 years prior to that.
So you had your hair straightened 3 years before?
Yes.
At what salon?
Her salon.
How many times?
Maybe 10.
And then you stopped for 3 years?
Yes.
Why?
Her prices were high, and I wanted to go natural.
But then you went back?
Yes.
Because for the 10 times she had done it, you were satisfied?
Yes.
When was the third time you had it done?
Approximately October the 20th.
Between June 21st and October 20th, did you have your hair braided?
No.
Did you have any other process done to your hair?
Shampoo and wash only.
Where?
At Plaza Salon.
When was that?
Approximately September the 4th, I did the first roller set.
So it wasn't just a shampoo. You had your hair set
with rollers.
Shampooed and set. Mm-hmm. And when was the next time you had your hair shampooed and set at the Plaza Salon?
Approximately November the 5th.
And when for the first time did you complain to the defendant that you were having trouble with hair loss? On what date?
Approximately December the 18th to the 20th, somewhere around there of 2016.
So let me understand this. You had your hair relaxed for the third and final time.
Yes.
October 20th, October to November, November to December. So 2 months later was the first time that you complained to her that you were having hair loss problems.
That's when I called her because of the way. Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
And in between that time, you went to another salon.
Early part of November.
Did you go back, just for my own curiosity, did you go back to the other salon after November 5th?
No.
Why not?
I usually go to the salon when I have something major going on. I had a baby shower that weekend. That's why I went and got the roller set. After that, I didn't have any major engagements to go to. So I put it in a ponytail, and that's how I wore it for up until I started coming out really bad. I couldn't tell how it was coming out because it was in a ponytail. And when I combed it, I could just see hair coming out.
What else do you have to tell me?
That the product that she used, she stated I only had to have a relaxer every 2 months. But the last relaxer in October that she gave me was different. The way she put it in my hair, she kept combing it, asking me, was it burning? And she never did that the prior 2 times. And the hair started coming out because I needed to have a relaxer before the 2 months. I needed it within 4 to 6 weeks, not the 2 months, because it was different.
You have no case. You have no case.
Okay.
This is what I'm getting. You went to the defendant 10 times, and you were satisfied. Then you stopped. You didn't go back for 3 years. Then you went back in June. You were perfectly satisfied. You went back in August. You were perfectly satisfied. You went back in October. You were perfectly satisfied. In between those dates, you went to another salon and had other work done on your hair.
No chemicals.
Yep. I don't care whether they were chemicals or not, but for 2 months, 2 months. I mean, if you were talking about, and I have never had my hair relaxed, I never had any reason to do that, but I know what having a perm is, because we used to get those as kids. We used to give each other perms, and there were times when I got them. So that's a chemical that you put on your hair, very similar to a relaxer. It just goes the other way. One makes it curly, one makes it straight. If your hair gets burnt and your scalp gets burnt, you know it right away, not 2 months later. Somebody puts something on your scalp to relax your hair or to curl your hair and it burns. You know it burns right away. The same way color burns. If someone puts color on your hair and you're allergic to that color, you're going to know it right away, not 2 months later. Unless you have an expert witness to testify that it could take 2 months to show hair loss from a chemical burn. That's what we're talking about.
It didn't take 2 months. It took that for all of my hair to come out. It was coming out as the time went on.
You took 2 months because that's the first time you called her. And she would have to be a psychic to know that you were having hair trouble before you called her. To me, if I went in to have a perm or color and my hair was burned, I would call the next day and I would say, gee, my scalp is burning, it's itching, it's on fire, something is wrong that you put on my hair. But you didn't have any of that, and you went and had your hair shampooed and rollered without any complaint. So you have no case. Now, on the flip side of that, you have a counterclaim.
I do.
And I'd like to see what the counterclaim is. You say that she slandered your business.
She's been slandering me. I am a master educator, stylist, also.
I want to see physically what you are complaining about.
Okay. Well,
what
here's
she
a letter
said
from PBS. She's just going around the city. Just,
well, I don't.
It stops sales and business.
Well, I don't know that. And you have no evidence of any. I just would like to see it. What is this?
Well, he is the owner of the salon. So when he got the information.
Listen to me.
From other.
This is hearsay. It's not admissible. You want to show me slander? You show me something that she wrote, someplace that she published something that was untrue about you. I'll be more than happy to see it.
She blocked me from her Facebook.
Well, then I can't help you, Miss Childress.
Well, that's it. She's been slandering my name. I don't
know
it.
that.
I know. I understand what you're saying.
You know, just because you say it doesn't make it true. Just because she says that
so
you burned her, it doesn't make it true. What? Tell me your name.
Marie Adams.
Miss Adams, how do you know her?
I've been getting my hair done by Cola since 2006.
Okay. And do you know Miss Griffin?
No, I don't.
Have you ever met her before today?
No, I haven't.
What is she going to testify to? She's never met her and she doesn't know her.
It's all over that Diane.
We're done. You need proof. You need a witness that heard her say something. You need something that she published for people to read. This is hearsay. This is from somebody who you could have brought instead of her, right?
It couldn't come.
I guess so. Okay, we're done. Thank you. You have no case against her, madam, because you have no proof that anything that she did to you caused your hair loss. None. And she doesn't have any proof of slander, although in all probability you've been going around telling people that your hair came out because of something she did, but she had no proof of that. Okay, wait. Thank you. Now, when you lived together for these 18 months, when he moved in, how old was the child that you have together?
She was not born yet. She was born.
So you conceived that child during the 18-month period?
That is correct.
Which means that you lived together as a couple.
Correct.
I'm not interested in his piece of the rent. Do you understand? Do we have anything else? Late fees for what?
It was a debit card that I had that was blocked, and I had to have it reordered due to the fact that someone was calling in using my information, including my PIN number.
What month?
The later month of July, early August.
That was after you had already broken up?
Yes.
Okay, did you do that?
No, ma'am.
So you didn't use her credit card after the two of you split up?
No, I had no access to it.
Okay, prove it to me, Miss Hazel. Prove to me that he used your credit card, your debit card, after the two of you broke up. I don't care what happened before. You were living as a family. After you broke up, after July.
After July, the only thing that I have is showing that my particular debit card was compromised.
I need proof that he did it. He says he didn't.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so you have no case. So your case is dismissed. Now he has a counterclaim. He has a counterclaim for an unpaid loan. Now let's deal with an unpaid loan. This is what I'm getting from your papers, Mr. Holliday.
Yes, ma'am.
Of an unpaid loan. You borrowed money from your aunt.
Yes, ma'am.
And gave that money to the plaintiff because there were outstanding bills.
Well, it was at the time that when they was going to court